And here we are.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. What up, Arbiter?
Hello,
Congrats
everybody.
on first insanity. I wonder how you found that out. And welcome to episode 0 of a... Holy fuck, let me just turn down the music a tiny bit more. It's way too loud for me. Give me a sec. Welcome to episode 0 of a... Okay, this takes all my focus. There we go. Welcome to episode 0 of the Pop-Up Tent, a Monster Hunter themed podcast where we talk about everything that involves the good series that Capcom made.
Whoa.
Starting off
You're
controversial.
right, but you can't just cold open with that.
Oh, what?
The 4 Mega Man fans out there will be upset.
All 4 of them. They're saying they're playing
I'm
Mega Man.
upset.
That was one of them.
Yep, that's one. That's the other 3. Yeah, thing where we talk about every monster thing we can think about. This is episode 0 for a reason. This is gonna be a very experimental thing where we try and shoot this shit in the best way possible and figure out ways how to go about it as we go. What are you doing? He's right. That's right. So everything you see right now, besides like the... I want to say besides the overlay, but the overlay is probably also very experimental.
It'll just change for the better.
Yeah. Things will improve gradually over the course of the next, what I would assume to be 12 episodes, because there's going to be one every month to switch up the people on the cast. Some will probably be here more often. Maybe we'll get some new faces in. We shall see about that. And between every title update, I feel like there's a good time frame to digest what has come up.
We can go into the monsters that got introduced and how you feel about them, etc., etc.
What they add, what they didn't add, what Capcom probably
Why
won't
they
do.
added.
Yep. The thing Capcom probably won't do, which is optimization. And just all things in general, because there is a ton of shit to talk about when it comes to this franchise. Be it the gameplay, the games, the questionable choices, and of course the monsters. And what Capcom, in my opinion, does very well is the way they explain it. Because they try their best to make it seem like these things actually roam around in a living world, even though some of them make you question how did that, where did evolution go wrong? But listen, all I'm saying is if a fucking creature can fly at Mach 5 for no apparent reason other than because it can, we got an issue.
Don't forget about the ones that just spawn bombs on its body.
Oh yeah.
And it's invasive to wherever the fuck it wants to go at that moment.
I still love I love the idea of a young Basilgoose trying, blowing up for the first time and being like, what the fuck just happened? And that's what they call it. Yeah, I was about to say, that's what they call puberty, probably. But yeah, when we go about introducing the folks that are here right now. Because if you're here on this channel, you probably know who the fuck I am. And if you're here, you probably know 90% of everybody else. People know what they're getting if they clicked on the name.
Who are you?
Yeah, I'm sure most, if not all, the people in chat probably know y'all anyway. But there's a chance this is going up on YouTube, so feel free to introduce yourself, starting with, let's say Shuffle. Shuffle's right below me. Go ahead.
Alrighty, hello there. I am your favorite Shufflebot here in the bottom left corner of the overlay, and
He said left.
Yeah, I'm a dude. I love gaming. Monsters, cool.
And you're so right for saying that. Okay.
Monster girls though?
Oh my!
Yeah.
Have you seen the Gyaru versions of monsters? They are glorious.
Yujinka?
Yep, there is an artist that draws them every time. Every
I did a
time.
bunch for World, and they were very good.
there is every time I try to make a stream post on Blue Sky and look up Arkveld, there's always this Gajinka Arkveld GIF that pops up, and I'm so tempted to use it every single time.
Oh,
How,
like
not
one
safe for
time.
work, is it?
No, it's extremely safe for work. It's just
Extremely sexy.
that too, but that's a whole different story. That's a whole Monster Hunter story. For all the 10 people that played that game. It's an underrated game, but okay, who wants to go next?
I guess I'll go.
Not everybody at once.
Clockwise.
Damn. Go ahead, Sandy.
Yeah, her name's Insanity Smiles. Just a chinchilla on the internet. Monster Hunter's been a long time, not quite PSP long time series. More like Wii U and the 3DS. But it's
There it is, guys. We found the other person that bought a Wii U besides me. Let's go.
I have two.
Okay, we got what? Hold on, pause. One, insane array. Two, you belong in the asylum.
You've been fooled twice and you liked it.
Yeah. I got a Switch. I got the. Somebody once phrased it as the Switch is like the Wii U is like the Switch for cavemen. And they're right. They're so right about
I
that.
don't like it, but it's incredibly accurate.
Oh yeah.
Me turn now?
Yep.
Hi everybody, I'm MC Boney Skeleton on the internet plays video games. You've heard that line before probably. I'm currently actually playing Monster Hunter, so I'm like frazzled as fuck. So I'm fighting a giant bear pig. I'm relatively new to the Monster Hunter franchise. I didn't really get super big into it until Monster Hunter World. And then to Rise into Wilds, etc. And God, trying to play the PS2 version is a nightmare, dude.
You were brave.
Oh yeah, we found the one guy that actually went back. Oh, absolutely.
But I mean,
What?
with my love for games like Dark Souls and Bloodborne, etc., all those types of games, this oh my fucking god, it seemed like a natural progression for me to get into this franchise somehow or another. Because I thought I first tried playing it with 3, and that wasn't very immediately fun for me as a gamer. But I think it was largely because of people like Insanity here that I got into World, because the beta dropped and I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? And then I played it and I'm like, wow, you can play this with people. And then I did that and it was really fun. And here I am playing it while I'm talking to all of you fine people.
Oh yeah, for the record, for people who are interested, all of them right now, besides me, are playing the game. I haven't booted up the game yet because I want to see how far we could possibly get without having to rely on gameplay.
But if you guys really, really want to see us play,
yep, why don't you yell at me in chat, or
Click that like and subscribe button.
Yeah.
Hit that little bell at the bottom.
the guild authorizes you to fucking subscribe to my YouTube channel. I got 22 subs,
Guild
please, for the love of God.
it
Anyway.
demands you to.
Yeah. But yeah, I threw in some talking points into the group chat, but I will refer to right now because I'm not pulling up my phone for that, even though it's right next to me. But yeah, let's start with the classic question, and also for the record, I want to make this known. This being a Monster Hunter podcast doesn't mean we won't end up in like an hour from now on the topic of what you guys eat for lunch today. Because
Taco Bell.
I know I was there, but as much of a Monster Hunter podcast as this is supposed to be, at the end of the day, it is still a podcast, so everything goes. So if we go from Basil Goose exploding into Zone 8 to what's the aerodynamics of a B-52 in the next 10 minutes afterwards, don't be surprised. It can happen. It will happen.
Mm-hmm.
This is a warning, so I don't eventually get comments of like, I like the part where you guys didn't talk about Monster. I like the part where you didn't write that comment, but I guess we can't all win. But
I like the part where you shut the fuck up. That didn't happen, so I don't like that part yet.
Yep. Just gotta try that out to see if I like it. Yeah, I just wanted to go out there real quick. But yeah, let's start with the classic question when it comes to Monster Hunter, which is, how the fuck did you get into Monster Hunter? Because it was, before World came out, it was such a extremely niche series.
Mm-hmm.
So who wants to? You know what? I'll do the honors for that one.
Damn right.
Because, damn, alright, well, how the fuck did I get into it? What was the core point? I was watching this like big German YouTuber, and at some point he started a series. Monster. Wait, hold on, pause. That wasn't even the first time I got introduced to a series. I had Freedom and Freedom Unite. They were dirt cheap. I had both on the PSP. I played the game, and I was like, oh, was I like 10 at best, if even? Kid me didn't grasp shit when it came to the idea of Monster Hunter. So I was on the one arena quest where you fought the fucking Kutku, and that's the only time I actually beat a monster on the PSP as a kid. Because the one quest where you go and collect popo livers or popo tongues, and then Tigrex shows up, I was like, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can. So, I never continued the quest. So I was like, I can't continue. He's right there. He won't let me leave. He easily lets you leave, but my kid brain couldn't fathom the idea of leaving the zone. So,
Or like using a dung pot or anything that.
I didn't even know dung pods were a thing. So tried that, failed miserably, gave it up. Then Game One, at the time popular or somewhat popular, gaming TV show, journal, like basically what it boils down to, what the show was just a few guys under the on MTV talking about new game releases with the occasional skits in between. And one time they introduced Monster Hunter Tri Ultimate, and I was like, dude, that looks sick. You tell me I could hunt giant monsters and craft shit out of their skin? That's sick.
And repeat.
Yep, the repeat part was something I was gonna get accustomed to real quick. So I was like, holy fuck, that's huge. So I go out at that age to the local store to buy Monster Hunter Tri Ultimate for the Wii U. And it's sold out, or at least not in stock, for at least 2 weeks.
Jesus Christ.
Then I finally get it, and I had the fucking best time of my life as a kid. I sunk not thousands, but hundreds of hours into that game. And that was one of the first games where I actually also enjoyed the multiplayer part, because I met a few people my age at that time. Like, what are the odds that you go on an online game, you meet how old was I? 13 or something like that. I meet like other 13 and 14-year-olds that also play the game, so we eventually grouped up and had the occasional like, okay, same time tomorrow, gotcha. We just played as a group. That shit was sick.
That's like, online gaming is such a crazy addiction already. Like back with Halo 2 and whatnot, like I just wanted to keep doing that.
Yeah,
I can only imagine having a dedicated group like that that young. Like holy shit.
Oh yeah, it was mind blowing.
Damn.
And eventually group somewhat fell apart because you can only play the game so much, really. Because Monster Hunter
Until
Ultimate
the
was
next one comes out.
yeah, but that didn't really translate well. Fun fact about 4 Ultimate though, before my story concludes, because that's basically where the story ends. Try Ultimate got me hooked. Fun fact, now Insanity might know that name. Kanta, also known as Kanta Per Me, the Monster Hunter speedrunner. I have that motherfucker added on my 3DS.
Yo!
Nice.
I got him added on my 3DS. We never played. We played once. I got him
Cool
added.
as hell, though.
Yeah, it's sick. Follow him on Twitch though. It's so impressive to me how fast that motherfucker goes through quest.
Mhm.
The only thing I have even similar to having a cool person that seems famous on the internet on my list is there was a NSFW artist that made a pretty popular meme, and they're on my PlayStation friends list.
Oh hell yeah! Also, real quick before we go over to further explanations, topics, and whatever might come up, if chat seems like we're ignoring it,
We are.
it's probably because we are.
True.
It's
This
not
isn't
on
about
purpose. It's not on
about
purpose.
us.
We will get into the eventual chat comment every now and then, but first of all, it's first and foremost, it is a podcast, so we're gonna bounce back and forth a lot. So
Yeah, so if you are listening to this on Spotify or whatever the hell,
I'm not
they won't be
uploading
able
that shit to
your
Spotify.
messages
I'm
or
not paying
understand
those
what-
bitches.
You know what I fucking mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean. Go on.
They're not going to be all like, "Oh, that person in chat is talking." They don't have visuals. Spotify
Yeah.
isn't there yet.
Mhm.
Mm.
I ain't paying for that shit. Spotify can suck my left nut.
Nice. They will
It's
if it means you'll
boycott.
subscribe.
Hey, want a break from the ass? Hey, I got YouTube Music.
You want
Fuck
to
you.
break from this nuts? Too bad it's not going to happen.
Firmly grasp it.
Hey, I got
Grasp-
YouTube
Oh!
Premium for free because because my best friend has it. I'm better than you.
You have ads. I've had enough.
Yep. It's like that Parks and Rec moment. Oh, sir, can I help you? I know more than you.
I know more than you.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, who
So-
wants to go next? Do we go Shuffle Insanity Bone, or do we switch it up and then we go Bone Insanity Shuffle? Who wants to go?
I mean, I'm willing to go if anything.
Alright.
Do it up.
All right. So, my Monster Hunter origin story.
Okay, time's up.
Oh, what the?
You look
fuck?
at the side
Nah,
that. Anyway.
So, I know for a fact it doesn't start at World, although World is the one that got me. It actually predates that so much farther, and I
Oh
even
shit.
before you leaked the
The
questionnaire,
deep lore.
it was just something I was curious about. I was like, what fucking Monster Hunter? Like, what was my first Monster Hunter? It was on the PSP, and after I did some digging, it was in fact Monster Hunter Freedom.
Ah
It was,
shit.
like, right there,
You and me both.
essentially the beginning of the series. I was there when you had to pay for your quests. When you got all your gathering items, you had to go back to camp to go back.
Mm-hmm.
Which I remember because my small little pea brain at the time, I did this one quest where I was farming. I think it was like Kelby pelts.
Oh, Jesus.
And basically, what I did was, since I would need money for other quests, I don't even think I did that much hunting. I basically went, got all the pelts I needed, and then got extra pelts, and then got even more pelts, and basically ran time, went back, started up the quest, and would probably just sit at camp and just turn it in a few times,
Mm-hmm.
and then do it all over again. And back in those
shit.
days, if anybody remembers when they played that shit, there was loading zones. Every zone you had to load. Not only were you paying for your quests to
Mhm.
go on it, you had to load into your fucking zones, man.
And we liked
And
it, damn it.
It was wild. And the rafts were scary. You stood
Yeah.
still healing. Everything hurt. The world was scary.
I still to this day love the goofiness of old Monster Hunter looking back. Because it's like, we had to stand still and flex before we actually, after we got the healing, because we had to really feel that mega potion. We had to, and then your bug net broke, and you had to pay for your quest, and you got the task to fight or to kill 5 Velociprey, and we liked it, damn it.
Don't forget the incredibly low amount of inventory space that you have.
Oh, yeah.
my
Mostly taken up by your
God,
fucking
you-
demon drug. Like that's all.
Field pouch
There's
was
now
not a
got
thing.
more of my
maxing out
bug
your
net.
brain
Hmm.
just to make sure like shit was efficient. But like I didn't get that deep
Mhm.
into it. And it's funny that you guys talked about multiplayer because I remember that Monster Hunter was probably my first experience with online multiplayer because my cousin also had Monster Hunter, and like I thought sitting in the hub, like sitting at a table and doing gestures with like the person that's literally sitting like right next to me was the coolest fucking thing ever. Like
Because
that
it
just
was.
dope.
It is.
It still
It
is
is.
to this day.
But yeah, I think I probably did like max about like 3-4 quests in that shit. I don't I think I stuck with like the great sword or whatever was like default at the time that they gave you. Oh, and because I looked at a walkthrough just to like see if I could trigger the childhood nostalgia, and I completely forgot that Aptonoths were actually in that game and that the herbivores would fight back.
Mhm.
Like they weren't useless. Like you had to fight for everything.
Yeah, nah, they attacked you. They didn't give a shit.
It was wild, and that's how you got bones and stuff. And I'm like, whoa, that's right.
Hmm.
And the crazy thing about them attacking you, it wasn't even so much that they did damage, just like, oh, I just need to heal. Bump.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me just heal it.
Yeah.
Bump.
Nope.
Okay, thank you.
Heal animation
fucking
cancelled every time.
It's like I'm playing with a longsword user.
Mm-hmm. You're Sisyphus into the
I
goddamn
can't
rock.
believe it. I'm just catching strays today. I can't like Mega Man. I can't use my longsword.
This motherfucker has never looked at the monster community, what they have to say about you. I tell you that.
Trust me, I have, but don't worry. Longsword ain't my only proficiency.
They hate you. I tell you that.
Whatchamacallit. But yeah, so that's my origin story with Monster Hunter. And as for the hook, what really got me, now I played that as much as I did when I was younger. I put it down, never picked it up, never thought about it forever.
Mhm.
I was out here playing everything else. Generations of Game Pass, like fucking
No pun
Sly
intended.
Cooper, Jack and Daxter, like several consoles. Then bam, we hit the PS4 generation, and Monster Hunter World is coming out, and I'm like, huh, this sounds kind of interesting. And a bunch of friends got into it. I picked it up. I'm like, all right, let me see what this is about. And they reworked and changed everything. This was not the Monster Hunter I remember or knew, considering,
Mhm.
you know, 1 to World, that's a big time gap. That's a lot of change.
It's a gap.
It's a gap. And I mean, I fell in love with World. It was a good like change up for it to be an entry point for people who weren't familiar with how it worked.
Oh yeah.
Which is also why, and I'm pretty sure we'll like touch on it later. I'll cut it here,
Mhm.
but which is also why people didn't like Rise so much, because it did touch on some of the older aspects that some of the older games did.
Mhm.
That people were like, I don't like
Oh.
that. It was like, well,
I
I don't think you knew Monster
we
Hunter.
we
but I'll
definitely
keep it at that.
we definitely have to have a Rise talk, because Rise is one of those games where it's a polarizing game, but we'll get into that when the time comes. Now,
Yeah,
let's
Rise
pass
is easily
on.
probably one of the most controversial Monster Hunter games.
Yeah,
That's
besides like
crazy.
Frontier. Frontier do its own thing, and I love it for that. But Frontier also released on the Xbox 360, a console that sold probably like 5 times in Japan. So I don't know what they were thinking. Anyway, Sandy, your turn.
Yeah. I think I can't recall the year, and I don't know how long 3 Ultimate was out for, but that's the first game I got into.
Mhm.
I think if I played it by myself, I probably wouldn't have stuck with it as long, because it was nice having other hunters to screw around with.
Oh yeah.
I did Gunlance because at least I could hide behind the safety of the shield, but man,
yeah.
the movement it was so slow. And then underwater combat was like pulling teeth.
Oh no.
Oh,
No, bro.
That, for the record, for those who aren't in the know, that was because Sandy brought up the Gunlands. That was back in the days where if you wanted to hop forward, you had to physically turn around and back off.
yep.
You couldn't hop forward; you had to turn around and back up.
And God forbid the monster, like charges you, so you have to like turn around, hope the
Mhm.
monster's gonna charge back at you, or you have to
Mhm.
just chase after them.
Oh yeah,
And that's when armor skills were very hard to like balance.
yeah. You had like
Oh.
3 positive and 1 negative that you always had to slot out.
And then after that, I stuck with the series because either I was playing with Richard or like some of his friends, like his shipmates. Yeah, every title since then we picked up for Ultimate, Generations, Generations Ultimate. Was Double Cross? Am I like
That was Drain
on the
Ultimate.
track? Okay, yeah. And then I understood that like that one had its like quirk with like the Palico. That aspect I really liked.
Oh,
about
the
it.
Prowler. Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll never bring it
And
back.
then- yeah, I'm so sad. I'll be happy if they do.
I trust me,
I'll
they
just be
won't. It's Capcom. They hate giving us the things we like.
When we like something that's like, okay, we know what
Mhm.
not to do, mark that off
Yeah.
real quick.
Starve them of it until they're depraved, and then once we give them a crumb of that, they'll praise us.
Yeah, completely close off the Capcom
Yeah.
US merchandise store to make us buy through Amazon.
Isn't that right, Legia Chris?
Oh, that's so scummy.
Yep. Also, isn't that right? When it comes to, especially when it comes to monsters, isn't that right, Legia Chris, who was in the Monster Hunter World alpha that they showed off and never returned? For
Oh
the
my
sake
God,
of,
you're right.
for the sake of, oh, we can't use a Leviathan skeleton because that won't work. Mizutsune is coming to the title update. Are you fucking kidding me? Anyway,
Is that the
moving
thing
on.
from
That is from Rise.
Rise?
Mizutsune.
Right.
Yeah, that's the bubble fox motherfucker that just jumps around, the pink guy.
We'll talk about Rise in a second. We'll
Yeah.
get to that eventually. We'll get to that eventually.
Yes, well, we got time. We got time.
We got time. Oh. So you've been playing, because I've for as long as I've known you, Insanity, which has been like 15 years, almost, give or take. You've been, I think, Monster Hunter has been largely one of the things that I've associated with you,
Yeah.
at least since the 3DS. Because I know you'd always buy like your 5th and 6th 3DS were the Monster Hunter ones.
Huh?
Oh, maybe I'll take a picture of that.
Yeah,
Good idea.
I'm gonna need some context for that.
There's 2 people I know that have frequently, like, whenever a new 3DS comes out, like, not a new model, just a new
Oh,
look.
the special editions.
Yeah.
They're always
That-
just like, yeah, I'm buying that.
I was.
I'm like,
If I had the money, I would have bought that Monster on the Rise Switch. I'm gonna be completely real with you.
Yeah.
That looked
it was very
sick.
pretty. Shit. Monster Hunter. What a fucking game. I got into it because of the beta, like I was saying.
Mhm.
And like after it ended and they were like, okay, game's coming on 6 months, it's like, I have to wait. Huh?
What do I
What
do
do
with
you
my
mean?
life now? What do
Yeah.
you mean?
If it's pointless.
I was happy.
I gotta get my itch. I gotta scratch this itch. What's going on here?
So you went
Um,
back and played 1.
No. I mean, yes, but no. So what happened was a few years prior, like in 2013, like before the PS4 was even out, let alone Monster Hunter World was even out. I was working at GameStop and there was Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate on the 3DS.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, I've been meaning to get into this game, and I think it'd be really cool to play on the 3DS. God, what a fool I was. It feels like I'm dying of arthritis whenever I play that game.
That's because you were.
And because I was, right.
Pad Pro.
Even then. So problem that Shuffle touched on it earlier. When you start Monster Hunter 3, the weapon they give you is the greatsword.
Mhm.
So you kind of have this built-in feeling that that's how all the attacks are going to be. You're going to be slow getting your weapon ready, and you're going to go wides, and they're gone. Like, that is how you are going to be playing.
Mhm.
So that put me off, because I'm thinking Capcom, I'm thinking Devil May Cry, I'm thinking Onimusha, I'm thinking anything other than whatever the fuck I'm doing here on the 3DS. Because I tried it on the Wii. I tried the demo of Monster Hunter Try on the Wii, and it was the same kind of thing. I'm like, oh, maybe it'll be better on the 3DS. No, it wasn't. It sucked. I got my money back. I returned it. I hated it.
Damn.
And then World came out, and I played the beta, and I'm like, holy shit, this is life changing. And I'm like, okay, fine. I will give Ultimate another try, but I will get it on the Wii U.
Uh-huh.
So I got on the Wii U, and I was playing on there with my roommate, who was playing on her 3DS. So we're like doing crossplay, which is already cool that you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 3DS did not have online functionality on Monster Hunter Tri Ultimate, so the only way you could play online was either you hook up with other people with 3DS or somebody with a Wii U.
Yes. So when I was playing it on the Wii U, like I'm like, some knowledge I already have from the Game Foam world, like, oh, you get more armor and stuff from, you know, the monsters you defeat. You can use their things, like the typical gameplay loop.
Mhm.
And I was playing Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate with that knowledge, but I was having such a difficult time. Like, how do we get to the monster killing? Because the world demo is just start quest, find monster, here it is, fight, done.
Yeah.
And in 3, it's no.
Yeah.
No. You had to like go get a dragon's egg and kill 17 Vespoids and 3 Brontosauruses, bring that home,
Yeah.
come home, then pay for the right to fight a Kulu Yakuku Kuku Paku.
The Kurapeko, yeah.
Kurapeko!
Love that guy. He's such a silly
so
guy.
many baby steps
such
just
a-
to get to the hunt, man.
Uh-huh.
So much shit. So like you can understand why it didn't immediately reach me.
Mm-hmm. It's very much a rite of passage to go through like 15 small monsters for them to finally be like, all right, I think you got it down. Great Jaggy. Like fucking what the fuck are you
All right, we
talking
know what you
about?
guys want. You saw the Rathlos on the cover.
Yep.
You're
5
great,
loot drop.
All right.
You go kill.
Here's a bear off.
You go kill 5 loot drop, get assaulted by Legiocris, you get to fight them in like 4 ranks. Have fun.
So I wish it was that. I wish it was that much
Yeah.
of a stretch, because my first quest I finally am fighting a monster that isn't a small raptor. It wasn't a great Jaggy.
It was a big
It
raptor.
was-
Aw.
it was a Kurapeko, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm kicking this thing's ass. I'm using the hammer because I realized I love the hammer.
Cutely calls in Raffian. He did that. That was the entire
did that.
thing. Yep.
That's exactly what he did. Like I was doing good. I had this thing on the fucking ropes.
Yep.
Here comes the Rathian. I'm like, I've never even seen you before,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah,
here you
saw her real
are.
quick.
Oh, it saw me and it killed me.
That was
What
also
a monster.
Oh, damn. Title roll credits. Fucking
What a monster hunter.
But that's also a thing that, mind you, this was Raffian before she got like at least 5 more frames to her animation. So she would lift up into the air, be in idle position, instant backflip. You had no idea. You had
that
no fucking
backflip.
idea. She would just lock onto you, backflip. It's like,
And I'm poisoned. Thank
Yep.
you, thank you,
Yep.
thank you.
yeah.
Dude, the rats in older generations were so scary. Like,
They were fucked
Bone,
up.
you mentioned the whole dragon egg thing. I remember
Yep.
having to go into this hole in the first one, picked up the dragon egg, now I'm being hunted by a Rathian, and I'm just shitting my pants. That was my first experience with a rat.
Yeah, because she chases you down like multiple zones.
Yeah, it just appears at
She
you.
just loads in, and you're like, oh,
She does
No!
not give up, which is honestly, that's persistence right there, and I gotta give her that. But fuck, man.
Now, here's the thing: we're talking about a lot of the older mechanics in almost a like I'd say like, kind of more of a negative light. Like we are happier for the quality of life we've received in more
Mhm.
recent titles like World and Rise and Wilds. But meanwhile, there is a global epidemic of gatekeepers that feel as though we don't have a Monster Hunter game proper because it doesn't have the same
Yeah, because
painful
you
mechanics.
don't flex anymore after you take a sip from a single potion, or
Oh,
because
we had this
you're
conversation already.
or
Or
be-
already?
or because you don't need to buy or craft for some whatever fucking reason mega pickaxes because it broke because you got a single iron ore. Like, I'm just as a person who played from Freedom Unite up until now Wilds, I'm already annoyed that I gotta take a fucking hot drink. Like
Thank you.
I'm like, why the fuck do I gotta take a hot drink? There's a bug right there, I know, but I don't give a shit. Like, I know it was the style back then, but we've evolved, man. It's we can look at it with an eye of nostalgia, but gladly turn the other
can.
cheek.
We just have to surround ourselves by the people that appreciate and approve of the quality of life improvements.
Oh yeah, and not it's not a proper monster game because you don't have to spend 20 hours just fighting a single Rathalos because your motherfucker wouldn't drop a wing. Fuck that.
Like we're not even talking about drops. We're talking about like
Yeah.
god bugs. Good
Yeah.
luck.
Have fun. Here's
I got one flash fly once.
yeah. Here's your, go ahead, get that god bug.
And then it went extinct.
Yep. Go ahead, get that god bug. Have fun. You got a bitter bug. Also, your net's broke. Lamau, you know where the next zone is? No, because you didn't pick up the fucking map. So
Oh,
dumb.
and here comes a Rathian.
There she is again, interrupting your animation every 5 seconds. Oh, by the way, you're poisoned. Also, that Vespoid has a vendetta for you since Freedom Unite. He's gonna paralyze you on the spot. Are you dead? Yes. Do you have anything you can do? No. Why? Because you're on the floor for the next 5 hours. Are you gonna get up? The only way you're getting up, tail flip straight to the face. You're in the corner now. Have fun moving. You got
Didn't
knocked.
bring any mulberries.
You got knocked into the other zone. You're on 1 HP. You get up. You die of poison. You fainted.
Now that's
Quest failed.
that's the real experience. That's what I want to play. Like, why, man? Like, why do
Get
you
carded, go
hate
home, pay
yourself?
for
Yeah.
the quest again, loser.
Yeah, that's 400 bucks down the drain. Lamau.
Loser.
So,
Man,
Sadie, I am so jealous right now. That is sick.
Oh,
That's
that one's
amazing.
Richard's.
So Richard, I'm jealous. Okay. That's amazing. I'll put that up real quick. It's not a browser source.
Fail.
What,
Hi,
what
Browser
I
Source.
miss is like back in the day when we went to anime conventions more often, we would carry that on our hip, and when Street Pass Plaza was like the thing,
Oh, Street
oh, just
Pass.
sitting around.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah, it would just be Street Pass.
Hmm. I take a moment to appreciate. I'm gonna cover myself
Oh
for
my
that. I don't
God,
care.
my friend had that DS.
Okay, I will cover myself for that. That looks sick.
Whoa.
You appreciate the glory of. Also, best part about this, because I'm looking at this, I'm happy that one of you has it, but also mad at how Capcom does this, because they will wait at least 4 months until the game's out, and they're like, by the way, special edition! Bitch, I already played this game. You piece of shit. Buy a new console for that. Give me like a backdrop for my 3DS. Give me like the case.
Mm-hmm.
The most unused feature the 3DS had.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
the
no.
tail? Where's the tail? I cut off a tail. My tail.
But yeah, no.
Um,
Oh, go on.
No, you're good. I'm just.
The fucking the elitism that is happening on multiple or that happened during World of I would love to say that it's a veterans being gatekeepy, but it also goes the other way around, because when Rise got announced, there was a bunch of people that only played Worlds that were like, we don't care about this, give us World 2. Brother,
You don't get it.
nobody tell them that there's two separate teams working on Rise and Wilds. Nobody tell them. And the only response you get is, I don't care. Okay, I'm glad we're all mature in this place. This is amazing. But yeah, no, that the whole gatekeepy attitude is exactly what shouldn't be a thing. With, to this day, somewhat. I mean, it's gotten more mainstream, but out of all the people that tried World and or Wilds, not all of them stuck, because at the end of the day, it's still a very unique way of playing a action RPG. So
And that's what it is, really, you know?
yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's an action RPG where you don't level up, but how strong you really are depends on, first of all, how good you are, and also your gear. Which is different than, oh, you killed a boar 50 times, you're level 12 now. Have fun.
Congratulations.
Yep. In this game, they give you a reason why you killed the boar.
And then a boar again, and then again, and
Yep.
then
War
but it wasn't the
destroying
real reason
ecosystem.
we had to kill.
Yeah. The story is so ass. We'll
That
get
one
there.
door specifically, and he just looks at you, and he's just like chilling with the lizard.
Rest in peace,
That's the
Boldrome.
one.
That's him.
Rest in peace,
How many
Boldrome.
times you
Fuck
gotta
him.
teach this lesson, old boar?
Boldrome was such a, you really made him twice, huh? Moment. They made Bullfango, like, what if we made him bigger? What if we upscaled him?
Honestly, that's how a lot of these monsters kind of are. I mean, like the Jagras, we have the Jaggy, we have the. That's kind of all I got, I think.
The Great
All the
Macaw,
offshoots.
Velocidrome,
Ludroth,
Gearprey, Geardrome, Iodrome.
Euros,
Oh, the fucking Gyros.
Great Gyros. I'm still paralyzed
Yeah.
thinking about it.
Yeah, that's like his entire point. I wish Great Gyros was a better monster, because he's such a fucking pushover.
True. It's
The
like you get
design is
there,
cool, but it's like, why?
You can't have that creature, which has some of the best like paralysis weapons, and it's like the paralysis weapon creator
Yep.
of the game,
Mhm.
and then be like, okay, and by the way, here's the Odegron, one of the coolest designs in the entirety of Monster Hunter World.
Yep.
Right next to it, right afterwards.
Yeah, right there.
afterwards.
Oh, is that the apex? What do you
pretty
fucking? Yeah, I just love the.
Oh,
Is that the apex of this area? What do you think, Handler? I think
is
it's
that the Apex? No, I think it's the one that's carrying a Legiana's corpse through a fucking hole in the wall.
Yep. I think
Jesus.
that's the apex, not the Cobra dog that I just beat into a pulp 5 minutes ago. I think it's the motherfucker that's just unsheathed his second claws right in front of me to show dominance.
Wasn't gonna
pissed-
use it, just showed them.
He pissed on several of my generations pulling that move. I don't think
Fucking
that's
slapped me, and now I'm bleeding.
Yep. And the only way
Yep.
you can get rid of bleeding, use an item or just crouch walk for like a
Shit my
minute.
pants and run.
Yeah, just
Are you telling me you didn't have the armor from this monster you're trying to kill that you couldn't kill because you don't have the monster's armor that you didn't kill it because you didn't?
fatalis
Oh.
moment. The fucking that's something so funny to me, because I feel like that's, or at least I don't see a lot of people doing that. But the bleed status can be cured by two things: using an item, or just crouch down for a bit.
You take out, bro.
Oh,
It's a skill
I
issue. People
Totally
don't
remembered that. Haha.
Yeah, that because the only game I think they tell you about crouching down is 4 Ultimate, which introduced it. Because that's
Maybe I
where
told you in World,
Regi-
but what do
Yeah,
I know?
they definitely
did they?
told you in World because that's the only reason I knew how to deal with bleed.
Mm,
Mm,
I would crouch down. Or
Yeah.
If not, there was that special scale from a fish that you could fish.
yeah,
mm.
it's
So couldn't you eat meat? One of the meats?
yeah. You could
Oh,
Astera jerky.
The jerky.
Oh, that too.
Because people were trying to tank through Alatreon's nuke with jerky, and it didn't go well. They tried though, but yeah, it's just there's something so funny to me about the bleed stats though, especially for Odogaron, because he will still attack you while you're crouch walking, but if you just slightly walk into one direction as you crouch walk, he just physically can't hit you. It's impossible for him.
Happy for that.
He's a good Clifford the Big Red Stab Wound. Love that guy.
I love the Odogaron. I think it's such a cool. I mean, like, not only is the monster design cool, and
The
once again,
armor
coming
is
from
peak.
it is peak. Coming from the fandom of like Dark Souls and whatnot, like it felt like I was at home fighting that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Definitely,
Big fan.
definitely. It's a very iconic monster, and I think definitely one of the best monsters that game had to offer.
Mhm.
Because I don't care what you say, Legiana is a fuck.
I think Legiana is a cool creature, but it is a fuck.
On paper, he's a cool creature on paper. I like him by design. I like the fact that his roar is a stock sound, but I like him by design. But he just wouldn't stand still, man. I don't know what to say. Like I walk up to him because he just finished an attack. You'd think that is the moment when you attack because he's just past his animation. He has to do a little idle, like a flap. I gotta wait, but no, he's just on the other side of the Coral Highlands again, taunting at you with his stupid bird beak and his ice coating on his chest for some fucking reason.
Yep.
I will say I do have an opinion about the leggy. It's
Oh.
really random, but I hate the name of it. Specifically because that is not how that monster was introduced to me. I didn't know it was pronounced Legiana, and I actually went with a completely different pronunciation for that name that
I
a
see.
friend had taught me, which was, get ready for this,
Hmm?
Legiana,
Okay.
Oh.
which I
First off,
thought
that
rolled
sounds
a
awesome.
lot better.
Oh
And
yeah,
then when I heard Legiana, I'm like, that sounds fucking stupid.
yeah. It's like when in Wilds because I was like, oh, I've heard this monster. I've read this monster on paper multiple times. That's a Yan Kutku. I know how to say that, right? Oh, look, we gotta capture this Yan Kutku. I'm like, Alma,
This
you good?
ass haircut. What?
Yeah, you
Yes, cuckoo.
Alma, you good? You just had a moment. You want me to call the guild? What happens?
Ray Quaza
Fuck.
looking ass. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, it's called Ray Quaza.
Actually, get it twisted. It's a fucking fake animal.
Here we go, the fake animal talk again.
Yep. Get it twisted. It doesn't matter how I say it. You know what I mean.
You know what
It is
sucks
twisted,
about
your Ivies are trash.
Get it twisted. I'm about to throw a
True.
Pokeball at God and catch him, and name him
Um,
Penis. You can't stop me.
all cap penis.
Yep.
Saying things wrong, like I know it's not fucking Monster Hunter, but like I'm broken
Mhm.
because
Doesn't matter.
Balatro.
Uh,
People say Balatro. I've been saying Balatro.
Same.
I can't stop saying Balatro.
Is it
I can't
Balatro?
unsee it. I just like Balatro. Balatro sounds it's probably appropriate, but it's just Balatro just feels right.
Yeah.
I feel like people get to the point where they're like, they want to say it back to you the right way just to correct you. I love the Legiana. Oh, the Legiana? Yeah, I like that one too. Bro, shut
Yeah.
up.
This is exactly why I said this is a this is a podcast with the disguise of Monster Hunter podcast because we'll start there, but we'll get into everything else.
We're
So
just gonna be talking about the stuff in a voice chat anyway.
yeah, exactly.
We're just doing it for an audience now.
Yeah, this is a voice chat. If you ever wondered what is it like hanging out with these guys, it's this.
It's this.
Yep.
Where you're catching a lot less strays if you're in chat. Tell you that.
I'm sorry, White.
Yeah, that's fine. It's okay. You can be wrong. That's for
What was the thing I
episode
said?
2, by the way.
Oh man.
Stay tuned.
Earlier on,
Uh.
for those that are wondering the kind of shit that we discuss.
Mhm.
So for our audience here, V2 White, our good friend, his current weapon main is the light bowgun, which is pretty cool, pretty based.
Okay.
Man's using a
Pretty cool, pretty
gun.
based. So earlier today, before this, because I was still playing, basically exactly what's happening right now is what I was doing a hunt, and some person joined the hunt out of nowhere, and I'm
Oh,
like, who
that
is this
story.
person? Who is this fucking person? And White was like, is his name V2 White? I'm like, no, his weapon's doing damage because he's using a great sword.
Straight.
Oh, gracious! Thank you for
So
showing that,
now
White.
I have context.
Of course. Yeah, also, I was so close to being like, why would not be caught dead with a greatsword on? But he actually made a build, and realized the reason he didn't like greatsword is because he never had 3 levels of focus. Because he was like, oh, this weapon charge is so slow, nobody plays that.
Oh,
He never had
doesn't know.
focus.
right.
He never had focus, that's why
know.
it charges this slow to him.
That's I can't actually. You know what?
I can't
I
imagine
want
without
to do
focus.
that. I want to get a focus. What's the little accessory?
Focus
And just
talisman.
try that out because that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, because focus level 3 makes the charge of the greatsword incredibly faster by an incredible amount.
Yeah.
Yep,
That's the
like putting a
only
quick
comfy
sheath
way.
on Longsword.
Yeah, that's the only
That's-
comfy
it changes
way.
everything.
Yeah, quick shift for longsword and focus for greatsword is the only comfy way of playing that weapon. If you're using for longsword, if you use a special sheath, if not, doesn't matter. But
Oh, you have to use that special sheath if you play in Longsword.
yeah,
There's
but
so many iframes and counters and this and that. It's
yeah, but you could also
need it.
just get to bar 3, spam triangle R2, and you'll be good because that's max DPS. It's just cheap as fuck, but it's a lot of damage.
So it sounds like we have a bit of bias towards certain weapons.
No, I like all the
Dude,
weapons
indeed.
besides like guns. I don't care.
You don't care about the guns.
No, I couldn't. The light bowgun, the bowguns just always were like, then I'd have to craft shots, and I gotta get material for shots, and I already need to farm shit for armor and weapons too. I mean,
There's
I can't
definitely more maintenance.
yeah, I can't be asked to get another thing, and I gotta put money into that, even though I got like
money that
172
you're spending on
millions.
That's the time you'd be spending on not getting potions because you're not near the fucking monster.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like I got 172 million zenny. I think I could afford it, but do I want to invest in that? Nah, it doesn't seem worth it. What if I just smack the bitch with a hammer for like 5 minutes and it's dead? Not about
Now
that.
that's what I'm
Eh.
talking about.
Yeah.
Now
Also,
you're talking my language.
also, Bone, if you need a recommendation for before the title update drops, make the Lalab Arena hammer because Paralyze is broken as shit. So you
Let's
can go,
okay.
you can go Paralyze into KO, into Paralyze, into KO, and at some point it will
That's
fall over.
disgusting.
Yep.
Do that with Hunting Horn.
Because it also has Slugger 3 on it too, which makes it so much stupider.
yes.
Oh,
It's
that's
such a
big
good
chaos.
hammer.
Slugger and Partbreaker are my favorite. As soon as it said
Yeah.
Partbreaker, I cut off a Balahara's tail. So fucking good.
It's such a good hammer. It's amazing. But
I'll
Partbreaker, my
after I
beloved.
finish fighting this Balahara, I
mhm.
will definitely go find that motherfucker.
Yeah,
Motherfucker.
the what's it called? The jail, whatever the fuck, jail mace or whatever the fuck.
The Jo crystals.
Yep, the jail crystal. But yeah, no. White then realized, okay, wait, this is how you play Greatsword. Now it is actually fun. Now it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, once you get comfy skills, then you're
Yeah.
set for the game.
So to those who haven't tried Greatsword in a Monster Hunter game, that's why I always abstain of like making a Greatsword build before I reach endgame. Because if I ain't got those 3 levels of focus in an easy way, I will not hit a true charge, and if I don't hit a true charge, I will not be happy. Give me that. It's a big number.
We love
Oh,
big number.
shit.
We love when number go up.
Big
Oh yeah,
number
big
is
number,
good.
big number, good.
Big
I love big
feel
number.
Nice.
Also, quick intermission because we got a raid. Thank you, Jazz, for the raid. Hope your stream went well. Hope your, what I would assume is a murder mystery game, was a fun time. And also to those who came in with the raid. Podcast time, episode 0. This will go up on YouTube for the sheer sake of testing. And yeah, we talk about all things Monster Hunter, but not exclusively because we will deviate. So
Oh yeah.
and also, spoiler, if we seem like we are ignoring chat, it is probably because we are locked into conversation. It is not on purpose. But don't expect us to read every single message, because at the end of the day, this will go on YouTube. So saying that person said this in chat every 5 minutes probably won't be a good look. So nothing personal, nothing of hating the viewers or anything, but just kick back, relax, have a fun time. And we will do our shit. You do whatever you do, and
Sit back
get
and
comfy.
enjoy.
Yeah, as we ramble about the ramblings of Mad Men. Not the show, because
True.
who watched that anyway? But if you
See, it's
listen,
happening again.
if you're not a lawyer who watched fucking Mad Men,
So lawyers are in court, then who's watching Mad Men?
exactly. What Deviant's in his chat? Yep. Yeah, where were we? That's why.
We were talking about the great sword.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
'Cause-
Skills.
Yeah, because that was the moment when White realized, oh, it is a fun weapon. Because before that, I started up World. I started up Wilds. Can I get dinner? Hell yeah. I started up Wilds, and White was like, "So what weapon do you play, Buck?" I'm like, Greatsword. Oh, the weapon that
The
nobody
weapon that
fucking
nobody
plays.
uses.
Yeah, because I'm nobody. Fucking.
No, he doesn't know.
Yeah. Then
Everybody.
he made
it's
a
like a
build
rock-
with it one time. Sorry to cut you off, but real quick.
No, you're good.
He made a build with one time because he was like, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna try a greatsword. What skills do I need? Focus. Why focus? Does he charge fast? Oh, okay." And I think I would hope that he enjoyed it. If not, I guess the weapon's just not for him. But
True. Sometimes that's just how it be.
yep. But yeah, there's some mandatory skills for certain weapons that you need, otherwise they are a pain in the ass to play.
Yeah, true. Like if you're using a shield thing, you're not using offensive guard or guard in general. What are you doing?
You
Go
can
back to fucking whatever you're doing.
If you're insane with perfect guard, you don't even need guard because that just negates it. Because a perfect
Exactly.
guard counts as guard level 5. But let's be real, you will not get the perfect guard on everything.
Yeah, especially with how many monsters roam these fucking streets.
Yep. They don't take kindly to the folks like you in these parts, aka guild authorized hunters that are here because one small child got attacked by a village. Boo hoo. Never happened before.
When
Yeah,
sad
but-
about stuff.
You gotta cry? Why are we 12? Probably is,
Oh
yeah.
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 Oh yeah, little dead cultural fucking.
Whoa. Don't phrase it like that. Not like the way you phrase that.
Oh,
Pause.
the white dragon took my entire family from me. Ooh,
Yeah, the white tree we take back. Yeah, guess who created it, piece of shit. Anyway.
Wait a
Shut up.
second. Me and this monster, we are the same.
Get in?
Huh? Is that the one you
Get
tried
in?
to like fight with a butter knife before, you fucking weirdo?
Yeah. Get in? That's the coffin. Put the items in my box, little bro. It's alright. Yeah, we'll get to the story in a moment.
So
Yeah.
will the fucking game.
So, So we're at 1 hour already, and we've just covered one singular talking point. I think we need gameplay, which is a good thing, because otherwise my fans would kick off, and that makes my mic sound awful, or not awful, but weirder. But I tried turning on off noise suppression one time, and that was exactly how it sounded. Oh yeah, since we already are at the topic of weapons, I think that's a good way to kick off into the next segment. What's the favorite weapon, and why also? Which is, I think nobody's gonna be like, I like that weapon. Why? So,
I mean, that's kind of me.
you're a hammer man. I expect a lot from you when it comes to answers like that. You're a simple man.
I am a simple man. Like I want to do as much damage without doing anything else. Like I don't want to set up. I don't want to bring items with me. I don't want to use the flash pod. I don't want to do shit. I just want to walk in, hit the dude a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and get praised for my simplicity.
They booed him for he was right.
But it's like not only that. So my two primary weapons that I enjoy are the hammer, of course,
Mhm.
and the lance. I like the lance for kind of the opposite of the hammer because I like the sheer amount of damage and ungabunginess of the hammer.
Mhm.
But for the lance, I love the survivability. I like to be able to stare at a monster about to do a giant attack, like, yeah,
Mhm.
do it. I'm waiting for you to do it right in front of me, right to the face. Come
Mhm.
on. And
Oh,
then you
I
just take it.
can link you a guy when it comes to builds that is extremely good when it comes to making not just speedrunner builds, but like high damage yet so comfy builds. And I'm using his lance build. That shit is nuts, man. That build with the Lalabarina lance, I get like, if they're not staggered by the damage or I get a wound proc, they are paralyzed.
That is fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to link you that. But
But I love that fucking monster so much.
it's so good, man.
What about you, Bach? What weapons do you like? Besides seemingly the greatsword.
Oh yeah, greatsword,
Mhm.
insanely cool. Like there's something so primal yet anime about it, but also it's very it's such a power trip sometimes because you just they can throw the world at you, but you're like, nah, I got a shoulder, man. I don't need that shit.
I was about to say, I got a shoulder.
I got a shoulder. I don't need that. And Rise gave you that power trip too of like, oh, you're gonna attack me with the entire planet. Well, let me just strong arm stance and throw that right back. It was like, dude, shit was insane. But we got rid of that. Sadly, miss it dearly. It was a great time. But fucking just tanking something or just dishing out a casual 900 on a true charge is it's extremely satisfying. Plus the wound mechanics in this game, like I love the greatsword already because it's like it's a very simple weapon. I don't have to think about, okay, I gotta do this combo first, go from that combo into a evade, then to the head again, shit, the motherfucker moved, change of plan. I can just, okay, I'm gonna charge up this hit.
Free, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna counter free, hit, roll. We'll see what happens when I get there. That's about it.
Still rolling.
Back in the day, that was the way to cancel out the animation because the animations took 3 days to pick up the greatsword again. So you had to roll away. And there was no second charge. There was no true charge. You had to true charge, do a regular charge. Not even true. Regular charge. So you did the little swirly attack, or the uppercut, which was pointless at best. Or you just roll, which canceled the animation of picking it up, so you could go back into putting it on your back, walk 2 steps because you're slow as shit if you don't. Pull it out again, whoop-bam. Repeat. Yeah, that's a simple weapon, but very, very effective. Also, if you get a solid build going, you will stun lock those motherfuckers if you just hit them long enough.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Big number do good. That's all I gotta
number.
say. Big number
love
is very
big number.
satisfying.
Feel good.
Yeah. In fact, that activate a lot in people right now. I say big number, I get two immediate chime-ins. That's,
Number.
I'm glad we're all on the same page here.
Big number or large amount of numbers is also
Yes.
really
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Yes.
Give me
Broke my pierce bow.
at least a 200 hit, or give me 200 hits that all deal 2. I'll take it. Dual blades are fine. Just doing this spin. Okay, this is probably a spoiler for people who haven't played that far, but it's been a fucking month, man. What are you doing? I'm kidding. Because
For
Bones,
here, you probably played it.
yeah, because Bones barely through low rank at this point. He just caught a Kutku. He just caught a Kutku like an hour ago. But fucking
True. I made sure to catch up as best as I can. I've just been like grinding out things in the desert, Balaharas, Chattanoogas, and
Chatakabra has been close
Bears.
enough.
whatever.
Yeah.
Chippy choppas.
Exactly.
Cheapy, chappa.
Fucking, but yeah, just going for the wound attack with dual blades all the way throughout the entirety of a Jindahad. Ooh.
Oh man.
This is-
Oh man.
Or spoiler for the low rank story, because I don't know why they had to finish the entire story in low rank. Going with that spin throughout Zoshia, which is longer than Jindahad somehow. Ooh, that shit's satisfying. You're going down an entire grade of sharpness, but it's worth it. Okay, I think that is. I mean, I do like the Gunlance because that was one of the weapons I played in Try Ultimate, but I enjoy the variety of weapons, but that's enough of the great sword, because how much can you really talk about a weapon that counts to 3 hits and walks away?
True.
Who wants
you
to
walk away, the enemy doesn't.
Yeah, I walk. He won't
I
be
will-
able to.
I will say, before you move on to another person, you've been super dedicated with this game of doing several different builds and trying out like every weapon. So
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I commend you for that.
I wanna see what the shit's about, man. If people are complaining about, oh, we don't have content, we don't have this, brother. If you can't make the content for yourself, you probably won't play this game in a month anyway. Let's be real.
Yeah.
If you need to be trickle fed a single monster every month by Daddy Capcom just so you keep playing, I think you won't be here in a month. It's alright.
Yeah.
You're not gonna make it, bro.
Yep. Because you're gonna look at it and be like, okay, they gave us a new monster. Let me look up what the best build is. I'll make it, and then I won't play in 5 minutes and go complain on the monster on their Instagram account that we don't have content. Alright, buddy. Natural selection at this point.
I guess that kind of is like one of the big cons of. You know what? Let's save this conversation for later.
Alright. Just remember what the conversation is, because if we all forget, we're gonna
already
have.
forgot.
Well, damn.
Gotta put a pin.
We have a group chat for a reason. Just write it out.
True.
Write it down. We'll get there eventually. But also make sure to write it down. Don't forget that too. Otherwise, there is no way of saving you. But
Mhm.
okay.
So
Who
true, Dusty.
who wants to go next? Let's see. The shuffle insanity. Pick.
Rock,
You
Rock, paper,
decide. Yep. Okay. Rock
I feel
paper
like
scissors.
Insanity should go.
Okay.
Yeah, now that the
Because
bubble is
I've probably been
talking.
talking a little bit more.
Oh, it's all good. I had to contend with the bubbles.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
I think I mentioned it earlier. Back in the day, I was like Gunlance because I didn't dip my toe in like light bowgun, heavy bowgun, or the bow because it was very painful to aim on the handheld system. Even like on the Wii U, it was very different back then to how like the gunners are now.
One point I want to bring up. Sorry to cut you off with this, but Try Ultimate being peak bow time is something you definitely missed out on, though.
Oh,
I tell you one thing: if you ever decide to go back, You go into G rank, which it was called G rank back then. Don't be like, oh, he's elitist. He's calling it that stuff master. No, it was called that. Shut up. Anyway, you go into G rank. You make the what was it? The Gunner G rank Giginox set, which has Awaken on it,
Oh.
and you make the Kelby bow.
Mhm.
Because Blast was broken as shit and that bow had spread on every shot. So you just stand there and spam the fuck out of everything. You could kill a gold Raffian in like 5 minutes. Anyway, continue.
Wow.
And then I think I did the same in 4 Ultimate and maybe even Generations. I like dipped my toe into Hunting Horn because that was just always a pleasure to screw around with, be support and punch them in the face with my big ass horn. Yeah. And then when it came to World, that's when I got more serious with like bow, light gun, because those builds and the damage you could do is just very satisfying.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
I'd go to I like never got with Switch Axe, Charge Blade, because at least like the Gunner, it's very straightforward and like the loop is a bit repetitive, but I don't mind, banging my head against the wall repeatedly.
I mean, you play the series after all.
Yeah, you play Monster Hunter. It's bound to happen at some point. Everybody fought that Diablos at some point.
Mm.
He's so mad about it. Look at him.
I remember the cards.
There were so many cards.
Why fight monster hard and pointy, but card soft and warm?
Well, it just kills me. Go on.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I'm gonna single-handedly be the tangential.
No, it's too easy to.
I'm the tangent.
Oh, that my own brain is my own tangent.
Mhm.
Oh,
That's what we're here for. Just go off.
eh. I think in Rise and Sunbreak, it was very satisfying doing the wire bug moves with bow, launching yourself in the air,
Oh.
shooting them in the face. That
I
was-
missed the wire bug moves. That was my favorite thing in Rise.
yeah,
Rise had
it's
such good movement.
Yeah.
been difficult. Like, and at first, like getting used to the slight differences in each version, it's like a little bit of an uphill struggle. But once you get comfortable, then it's so satisfying fighting again. That's pretty much it. Just run and gun. I'd interested in picking up different weapons. Insect Glaive, I think, would be the very last one though, because managing your bug, managing yourself in the air. Oh, too much multitasking maybe for my brain.
It is easier in Wilds now, though. I gotta say that. Because you used to have to aim the Kinsect and all that, right?
Mhm.
If you do focus attacks with it in Wilds, your Kinsect will attack alongside you with certain attacks, so you just get the extract from that.
Ah.
It's a lot easier now. It's a lot more friendly, and the game the Insect Glaive got introduced. This is something a lot of people have never experienced, which I'm glad for. Because it was on 4 Ultimate, aka the 3DS.
Yeah.
the first time that was the first time Insect Glaive and Charge Blade got introduced, and I want you all that haven't played those installments to take a wild guess what you had to do to level up your Kinsects.
Mhm.
I think you had to
I
feed
feel
it
like a lot of
extract.
awkward gathering or extract farming.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly what you had to do, because you had to go out, gather up extracts, feed that to your
Oh.
Kinsect,
Oh no.
And
Mhm.
level it up that way.
and wasn't it also that you had to level it up per Insect Glaive too, or am I tripping now?
I think you could upgrade your glaive and then you can change out your bug according to a type, but even your bug had its own like weapon tree to follow.
Mm-hmm.
It was kinda
Bro.
nuts.
Yeah,
And
because the
that-
Kinsects are independent from the actual glaive.
And that was during the time where you didn't see where the weapon tree would go, so you had to have Kironiko open to know where your weapon even was going.
Oh no.
Yep, that was the that was
No.
people don't realize how many quality of life changes are really in world until you look back and realize I have this bone greatsword. I have no idea where this motherfucker's gonna go. It just
What's
lets me
affinity?
upgrade.
Mhm.
Who? I was like, how does that work?
What?
Crit boost? What's that?
I only get a 50% crit boost. You guys are getting crits.
Yeah, you guys get a crit boost. Weakness exploit was a dream come true. That was 100%. People nowadays are like 100% crit. We need that. Whether you got like
Wow.
barely 50 back then, even
Mhm.
you were like, I hit that shit. I hit that shit until it's dead. That's it.
Just hit it more, bro.
Yeah. You had no idea how much damage you did. You just hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just wailed away, and at some point it fell over. Quest complete. There you go. Yep. Do it
again.
Yeah, Sandy, continue if there is anything to continue on. I don't know if your story was over yet or not.
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay, just,
Now I've just taken up the gunner life.
I just wanted to make sure so I don't cut you off with bullshit of. That's something because we were talking about that earlier. Veteran players that are like, oh, we need the old hunting back. Do you really want that back? Do you? Is that what you want back? Go work a 9 to 5.
Be nostalgia tripping.
Yeah, if that was what you want back, go work a 9 to 5. Go
Yeah,
do like a office job where you sit in front of Excel the entire day, because then you will get that repetitive grind that you so desperately crave.
And then still not get the gem you needed.
Yeah, still not get the race.
Oh my.
Oh, the gems. Yep. Oh, I feel like Shuffle has a story.
I definitely have a story behind that.
Go ahead.
I'll save it though.
Plus, I feel like I'm
We'll
insulting
give
the
you a
viewers
couple
on episode 0 a lot. My apologies, but as I said, you won't catch as much strays. You will catch probably more strays if you were here right now. So maybe this one won't go up on YouTube. Let's see. Let's figure that out.
Coward.
Hey, sure, you're right. Anyway, go on, Shuffle. Tell us your story.
Longsword, right?
All right. So yes, I do use longsword, but there's also another weapon I use, which I'm gonna exclude Insanity from guessing, because if I remember correctly, she knows what the other weapon is. I want you to take a guess, Bone, what the other weapon is.
Because you're saying it like that, it's gonna be fucking Charge Blade or some shit.
Fuck. Okay, yeah. It is Charge
When
Blade.
you say you'll never guess, then I'll just choose the most random weapon nobody ever fucking uses.
1 out of the
Wow.
other 13.
Yeah. So with World, one of the I know somebody touched on it earlier. One of the most important things that I thought of doing was like, all right, what's my play style? So I shit you not. It was during the it was during the beta of World. I jumped into the trading area and I said, all right, let's work it. I'm gonna figure out these weapons. I figured out the spirit gauge for the longsword, stamina management, and demon mode for dual blades, which I thought was really cool. Insect glaive.
Yeah, it's called
Understanding
Constitution.
that, okay, jump around a lot, and then you also have a Kinsect. Charge blade has vials, which I actually did not like, to be honest. Switch axe, charge it up, switch into, blade mode, fucking go crazy. I did it all. I went through all those weapons. I said, okay, these are the weapons I like. And it came down to longsword, of course. Switch axe. I had a longing for the great sword, but I never went through with it. Dual blades, insect glaive was definitely there, and weirdly enough, charge blade. And so I just kind of stuck with longest time, but every now and then I went to switch axe, and eventually I was playing with one of my boys one night, and he used charge blade, and he did this big ass tsunami move. I was like, what the hell was that? It was like some Poseidon's Rise type shit. And I'm like, whoa, that's fucking cool.
The full
And
elemental
so I took
discharge
note of the
upon
weapon
you.
symbol, and then I'm like, okay, that's charge blade. So then I'm like, I'm weapon. I will learn how to use this weapon.
Shuffle? I mean to cut you off, but you might want to restart that sentence real quick. You cut off like halfway through the first half.
Oh no! Am I good now?
Yep, now you're good.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So wait, what was the last thing?
The sentence you were
going to learn how to
just
use the
in.
weapon.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will learn how to use this weapon. So I picked it up and I basically just worked my ass off with it, and I like understood. Okay, so this is how I charge my vials. This is how I switch my like the mode of the weapon. I didn't know about guard points at that time. I just knew I knew how to block, but I didn't know like there was points where in between switching or in between where I'm like actually charging the shield, that was like a perfect block point. And eventually I did nail those down because thanks to shout out to Baron because I didn't know those existed. So yeah, I ended up falling in love with longsword and with charge blade. And even though like my longsword did good damage, it always hurts when you whiff a spirit helmbreaker. It just you never get over it. It's not the
No.
heartbreak. It's not when you stubbed your toe. It's when you miss that spirit helmbreaker. You think about it forever.
Wake up in a
That's when you
cold
miss it.
sweat.
You wake up in a cold sweat missing that Big Bang 5.
Wake up in a cold sweat, missing that full elemental discharge.
Getting out of it, it always hurts. You just don't recover. You're just like,
Yeah.
fuck.
I mean, I'm glad that's the reason you play Charge Blade instead of Longsword occasionally, because it also definitely hurts missing that full elemental discharge on a monster that barely moved away.
Oh no, it definitely does. But like aside from like the little
Savage Axe mode,
nuances that
though.
can happen with Longsword, it was the fact that I didn't understand how technical Charge Blade actually was. And I kind of liked that about it because it was a lot of micromanaging, I guess you can say, to understand now it's time to switch. Now it's time to do this, charge that, switch back, vials, plug them in, maybe prep some more vials, charge it, make sure you sharpen, get back into it. Oh,
Like-
he's primed. Big swing. Bang.
You're using like 3.5 fucking weapons when you're using the
Mhm.
charge blade.
Oh,
It's-
absolutely.
A thing I appreciate about Charge Blade, which I made an entire build that works around that from a YouTube video, because there's people smarter than me doing the math. I don't need to be the guy doing the math. In Wilds, they gladly used one of the moves that was, I think, introduced in Rise and Sunbreak, called Savage Axe Mode, or as they call it now, Power Axe Mode, where the shield part of the Charge Blade, when you go into Axe Mode, where it becomes the Axe Head, spins and does multi-hit.
yeah.
That
So-
actually started once they dropped Iceborne in World. That was part of
Oh,
the new
true.
moveset.
Oh yeah, but it emptied out real quick. It had to constantly recharge.
It depended because I did have a build around it, so it didn't empty as quick, but it did depend how many vials you had full at the time and pushed into it. And also if you were like, this is where the maintenance comes in, where you're making sure your shield is powered up, so that way when you go into your axe mode, that was also powered up, so that way not only were your attacks just doing more damage in general, but now the axe itself was also powered up, so you had a stacking like damage buff, which is boom, big numbers.
Oh, yeah.
We love big numbers. We love
We
big
love
numbers.
big numbers.
But I mean, Wilds made that stupidly easy to get into Savage Axe mode now, because either you hit a perfect guard and go into a swing, which gives you Savage Axe mode, or you destroy a wound, which also gives you Savage Axe mode immediately, which, woo,
And,
so satisfying.
and I know this is gonna sound weird.
Go ahead.
Like, cause you remember when I was fighting tooth and nail to try to get the beta working on this thing, and it happened to be a Steam overlay thing.
Oh
with,
yeah.
Wilds. I'm still kind of like, I think half the fun of using Charge Blade was to get to that mode.
Mhm.
I'm glad it's easier. I'm just sad. Like, I don't know. There's a weird sadness where it's like, I wish you could still do it the old way or choose to break a wound.
Can you not the old way
Right.
anymore?
I don't think. Yeah, I think because of how it was binded, especially on controller,
Mhm.
that it's break the wound to get to that stage where I'm like, damn.
Shit, you might be right. Yeah. I mean, it ties in with the current game mechanics, so I guess
It does.
I guess it makes
get it.
sense, but it's sad. But it makes it a lot faster though. You get there extremely fast.
It's
and-
like at this point, it's like, why did I learn?
Yeah.
Like this is a thing I can kind of understand. People feeling a way about when they change mechanics for the easier. It's all like, I worked so hard and now it's so easy.
Mm-hmm.
It
We
almost feels like wasted time.
back then we had to
Like,
we
I
had
thought it
to
was fun. I
charge
don't
up the
mind it's
shield, and we
easier, but,
liked
like,
it.
that
Damn
was part of the fun for me.
Hmm.
Mm. Back in my day, we had to charge the shield, and we liked it. Damn it! It's- yeah, I mean, solid weapon choices though from everybody. If anybody would have said like, "What would be a weapon?" where I'd be like, "Nah, fuck you." I think
That's a
just
really good point,
any.
like- Are there any weapons that are like generally like looked down upon by most
Longsword.
people? Oh,
Yeah, lots of kind of.
It's stupidly
But it's
flat
also
to a
most
lot of
picked.
people. Yeah, to a lot of people, it's stupidly flashy. It's got too many counters. It's got
It's main
too much
character
DPS. But hot take: this is a PvE game. I don't give a shit.
so true.
Thank you.
I don't
Thank you
care.
for supporting the longsword
Yeah,
community. I love you.
Dude, longsword's fun. It's
I
like,
can longsword in peace.
yeah,
You
longsword is a fun weapon. I don't care what anybody else says.
I'm here
Everybody
to
has
be
played it at some
efficient and
point.
do my tail cuts, bro.
Yeah.
Like, don't complain when I get that tail slice, because I will get that tail
As long,
slice.
that's the thing. Like that's the thing is anybody is an asshole if they're not where they're supposed to be.
Mhm.
That's what
Or-
it boils down to. Every weapon has its spot.
Mhm. Or if
Actually,
you're
or-
the one guy in the lobby complaining about getting knocked over by every weapon, then I got news for you, buddy. You're not the
Either
issue.
get in the right place.
Yeah, first of all,
Get in the
that
right place, or
or
where
Get-
where
wear decoration. Yeah, flinch free, shock proof, do whatever. But
They made it easier in Wild.
mm-hmm.
One
If-
level of shock absorber.
Yeah, it just gives you the flinch free, so you won't get staggered. So if you're complaining about that, you might be the issue.
Yeah, like, my bad, I swing big. But also,
You're bad,
like,
you stand
these-
there.
These gotta hit. Like, my spirit gauge needs to be crisp.
Yep.
That shit needs to be crimson, my brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. If there's people out there complaining about a weapon in a PvE game, come on, man. Come on. I know it's got like stupidly high DPS and yada yada, but if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, then don't complain about it.
Don't
Don't
play with
hate-
them. There's so many people playing this game right now. Play by yourself. Who cares?
Yeah, don't hate the player, hate the game. Or
Capcom.
don't
Go
hate
into a
everybody.
single player lobby now.
Yeah, online single player. You've been sentenced to Xbox Live Gold membership ran out. Lamau.
Damn.
That's foul.
Yep. You've been sentenced to Steam booted up in offline modes.
Oh,
You've
Ah.
been sentenced to your ISP isn't working.
But yeah, no, Bone brings up a good topic. What's your least favorite weapon? I said my.
Sword.
Let's go for both. I said my piece. I stand by my point. I will not touch bowguns. That's probably gonna be the only weapon where I have zero uses on. The fucking bowguns. I will gladly use bow. Fucking bow is amazing. but because they essentially just took, was it Magic Archer or whatever the fuck it's called in Dragon's Dogma and thought, what if we put that in this game?
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, what if we put it in this game? So they did that, and it feels great. But that's my weapons. I would never touch that shit.
There's nothing that I wouldn't use. I think I entertained the idea of using a when I started because it was such a radical change from what the greatsword felt like.
Mhm.
Considering that's the first weapon they give you, and I didn't know how easy it was to switch weapons.
Mhm.
Um,
So bad that they give you greatsword and they just whip you up with a hunting horn. Because back then you had to look up the songs. Every time you had to learn the songs from your horn. Because it didn't show up on screen. You had sticky notes for that, it's amazing.
That's actually
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
incredibly based.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Shuffle, you've experienced Freedom Unite, but probably not much memory of it, I assume.
No,
Shit's been a long
I didn't
time.
get that deep.
Okay, so me
was like
dropping
3, 4
the casual, fun facts about how bad it really was is, I think, a good sign of veteran hunters are sometimes wrong because they want to feel special about having this niche franchise. Which, spoiler, half the world plays it now.
Yep.
Who cares?
It's on every console. It's on every
Yep.
fucking thing. It's incredibly accessible for new players and old
Mhm.
players alike. They've done amazing bringing this niche Japanese PSP title to
Mhm.
everybody in the fucking world.
This is
Absolutely.
coming from the guy that played the first one where you attack with the stick for some odd reason. What were they? Okay, I hate to be that guy, but what were they thinking? Out of all the buttons the PS2 controller has, the fucking stick? Really? You kidding me? Just watching you play that was infuriating. I wouldn't even touch that shit with a 10-foot ball.
10-foot stolen dick.
Yeah, with 10-foot fucking Rathalos Ruby. Psych, you wouldn't get that anyway. Yeah, I said my piece. Bone, is there any weapon you wouldn't use?
I feel like I've tried with Charge Blade, and I went into the thing. It's like, oh, you want to make this Charge Blade? Do this. This is the best one. Use this build, and I did that.
Mm-hmm.
I wasted so much time finding it and getting it and doing this and getting that and making this happen and learning how to use it. And it's like, this is too much work for me. Like, this is not worth it for me. Like,
Same.
it scares me. Like, I wish I was more I guess I would say more diligent in trying to learn how to do it, but like, boy howdy, that's just
It's a lot.
night and day from the hammer. Like, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Oh,
going from hammer to that. Ooh.
Yeah, I dabbled with a couple of weapons. Like, the big issue I had, I wouldn't even call it really an issue.
Mm-hmm.
My dog is growling at something. The big
Of course.
issue I
That's
had,
the big issue.
the big issue with my dog is growling.
Bone,
big
the guild
issue I
authorizes
had-
you to pet that dog.
Yeah, alright, got you. Think I'm. Come here. My, and this is a tangent. I'm gonna stop.
Nah, go off.
No, go.
This is a podcast. We live for this
so-
shit. This is made for that. What are you talking
So
about?
anyway, the large reason why I play the way I do, I
Mhm.
play the way I do, like, so reckless of any sort of regard, is most of the time I played World, like, from beginning to end, I didn't solo like a damn thing. It was with my friend Afa,
Mhm.
and she would just compliment me. She would just let me do whatever the fuck I wanted and just kind of like fill in the blanks. Like, okay, what if that's fine? No, I'll bring all the healing items. I'll keep you
No.
alive. I'll cut the tail. And I'm sitting there like,
Uh,
man, I'm great. And it's like, damage done, 1/4 me, 3/4 her,
Yeah.
tail cut off her, most pieces broken her. I'm like,
You know where you didn't do shit that quest where you get when the
Yep.
end of the quest what you did great this game was gatherer.
dying.
It's like you
Congrats, you fired most slinger ammo. Good job.
congrats, you
Congratulations.
picked up most honey. I'm so proud of you.
And that was like when I was using hammer. Then like so you should have seen it because she played the fuck out of it. And her most used weapon was the switch axe.
Oh.
So
Mm.
she was really fucking good with the switch axe. And she showed me like her monsters hunted with weapon.
Mhm.
100% switch axe. It was just like there was nothing else but the switch axe there. And I'm like, have you considered using something else? She's like, nah, I guess I could use the hunting horn. So then she started using the hunting horn and then enabled me because my new weapon was the lance. So another
Oh.
situation where I'm blocking all these hits. I'm surviving. I'm doing. She's just behind me healing me the entire time. I'm just like, I'm not doing shit. I'm not doing anything. She's the main character here. I'm the comic relief.
I'm the maniac.
The baby reels were up.
Yeah.
Admittedly, like I never. The way she played hunting horn, I never had to bring any fucking potions. Like that's how
Aw.
fucking good she was with it.
That Rathian
my
hunting
gosh.
horn does go hard though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, she just fucking support all the way. I'm just like I'm fine. I'm
Mhm.
chilling.
Rathian
Penny, you
hunting
were honking.
horn, wide range, life powder.
Wide range of life powder,
That's
first aid.
me.
I need to
Yep.
see what the dog's honking about. Penny, you're
Gotcha.
gonna show me what you're honking at, okay? I'm gonna mute myself on Discord.
Take your time.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, the bone had the had the Weenie Hut Junior's experience of getting through monster and be like, oh shit, I'm the main protagonist, but once those training wheels go off, you fall hard. You fall extremely hard. But yeah, let's go in the meantime to the next person, each one. I don't know how long Bone's gonna take.
True.
So who wants to pick? Well, what? Sally, why don't you go ahead? Yes,
Was it still weapon you wouldn't wanna
yeah,
pick up?
you wouldn't want to pick up.
I think I gotta agree with Bone. Like Charge Blade, like learning Charge Blade, but also learning monster attack patterns, both of that at the same time would feel very overwhelming. I'd have to probably just beat up the toad if I wanted to learn it.
Mhm.
But with the gunner life, it's just I can turn my brain off. Oh, I'm gonna dragon. Well, the meta now for bow is like I can use the tracer shot if I want to target particular parts, but
Mhm.
it's just raining hellfire and then dragon piercer just because what is the skill? Oh god. Because you can change the name of the decoration in the list, but not when it's equipped to the weapon.
Yeah, of course.
Crit boost or like special ammo boost.
Mhm.
That dragon piercer is just so much more powerful.
Oh yeah.
So the bow I'm comfortable with, but like Charge Blade just seems so complicated. I just want to point and shoot, kind of in a way, and then
Mhm.
narrowly avoid everything.
That's entirely valid.
Let me look at the weapon list. It's kind of the same with Switch Axe. I feel like Switch Axe is a little bit less complicated than Charge Blade, having to maintain like the blade's files and everything. Insect Glaive, I think straightforward, just fighting with it and not worrying about the bugs seems pretty not too bad either.
Mhm.
Like maybe one day if I get too bored. Maybe.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
What'd I miss?
Me agreeing with the Charge Blade.
Mm.
Oh, haha.
I feel like both of you have to have a session with Shuffle at some point. I feel like there's a lot of catching up to do when it comes to Charge Blade.
We could learn a lot from each
I
other.
will say there is a very easy combo to fill those vials.
That'll be Richard's baby. He can have that. I'll be support with my coatings and everything.
Hmm. I would like to pick up a ranged weapon just to like have in my forte, but I'm just gonna use like a close range weapon anyway. Like if I use a light bow gun, it's just gonna be a shotgun. It's just gonna be a hammer that I pull the trigger on.
Get spreads. Get
Very
spread
valid.
build. Always fun.
Yeah, that's what I did in World with I had a Odegaron. The Odegaron gun was just a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So this is an
So,
older
like,
one.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, I need to go to the smithy.
Yeah, Shuffle. It's since you're the odd one out here with the short blade pick, alongside my I hate guns in the video game about fighting giant monsters.
Weapon I hate.
Yeah, I hate every single other weapon in the game. Next question. Okay.
Especially hammer, especially
Yeah.
greatsword, and especially the bow.
Now, what's the weapon you would not lay a finger on? What's the weapon you despise to play?
Honestly, looking at the list,
Mm-hmm. Don't say
a
no, hey, don't
decent
be a
amount
people
of these
pleaser.
weapons I've either liked or had some sort of longing to try and learn,
Mhm.
except for sword and shield. Probably the heavy bowgun.
Oh, sword and shield is cool though. Oh, it's so
Sword and
fun
shield.
But if
now.
I'm gonna have a
Cool.
shield, I want to eat the hit. I want to be able to eat the hit real good.
You
So
can
I'd rather
perf-
go
Ah.
lance or gun lance. I feel like they just have a better follow up.
You can
Because
perfect
sword and shield is
guard.
light.
Here's the thing, though, where I see what you mean. You are 100% right.
What?
You can't bash the fucking skulls in with the other shields like you can
Lance
with the
does.
sword and shield. Not in the same way as sword and shield does.
Yeah,
One of
but
your primary attacks is just smack with shield until knocked out.
but if you perfect guard
Lance
with the
does have
lance,
it.
you will bash back every time.
You're right.
It's funny.
But like it's a reaction, but it's not like
Mhm.
attack.
Mhm.
Like the sword and shield can be anywhere it needs to be. It could be at the head, it could be at the tail, it could be fighting wounds, it could be mounting, it could be around. And I think that's really good for a starting class. The only thing is its moves. When I first started using sword and shield, I felt like I would hit like 2 buttons and I'd be doing like a 17 hit combo. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here?
Mhm.
Like knowing what input does what with the sword and shield has been so complicated for me, but I think I've gotten a grasp of it.
There's a lot more moves Sword and Shield has than it seems that it has. Because
Mm-hmm.
over the years they've added so many attacks to the Sword and Shield that's like you could go into like 5 different combos off of a single hit. And it's
Slash,
insane.
backstep, slash, flurry,
Mhm.
backstep, jump, climb, slam down.
If you-
like it's
If you now hold down, was it triangle and circle or Y and B, depending what you're playing on, you now do a charged up attack where you jump at the monster, stab
Stab down.
straight into it, and does multi hits too.
yeah,
It's so cool. They've
That's
added.
how I took down the Ray Dow in this. I was using the sword and shield, and I'm just like
Mhm.
smashing on triangle and circle the entire time.
Also, fun thing, in case anyone didn't know, the focus attack, which you use to attack wounds with sword and shield, opens up wounds earlier than other weapons do.
Oh.
So if you see a wound about to open up in like a few hits, you could just focus
Make it
attack that with the attack you use for wounds, and just rip it open straight. It's really fun. There's a lot of moves you have, or like if you block and then press triangle or Y, whatever the fuck, you do a little slide where you slide towards the monster, which great movement for keeping maximum might active, because you only get maximum might when your stamina's full. So you can just slide towards the fucker every time without having to use any sort of stamina. You could
And then
dance
you can also
around them.
attack out of that dash slash upwards, cutting off tails. It's like there's so much shit you can do. It's
It's
nuts.
extremely versatile. It's a great weapon.
Actually, you know what? The weapon I've never actually played with at all.
Mm-hmm.
Dual blades. Never fucked with
What?
them. Never fucked with them.
Oh,
It's fucked up.
It is. Maybe I should try it right now. And
That's fucked up. Honestly.
Yeah, training room.
Yeah.
yeah, I could do that.
they're phenomenal at applying statuses.
You're just
Especially
hitting so
because of
many
multi-hit.
times.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
good.
Whenever
builder.
I use a hammer, I always opt for no elemental anything. No, I don't care about affinity. I just want to have big number.
I mean that is your goal. If you have
Mhm.
anything on it, it'd be paralyzed. That's probably it.
Or blast.
Yep.
Aside from that, you're just slugging them.
blast.
Here's this impact right on your forehead. Boom.
Paralyze, blast, or
Boom!
sleep are viable options. Everything else is ludicrous.
I'm putting them to sleep my own way.
They will sleep, alright.
They will sleep.
I give that 5 out of 5 big bangs.
Hey.
Boom!
Yeah, any other weapon you wouldn't fuck with? Or any more you want to add to the Sword and Shield comment?
Nah, just the sword and shield heavy bow gun. They just never really appealed to me.
I was so worried you were gonna give the people pleaser answer of I like all weapons. Come on, man.
There's
I'm
some
so-
shit that I'm just like, I wouldn't do this one.
Okay. Because he started off, I was like, no, you're not gonna say you like all weapons. Nobody does that. Come on, don't lie to us like that.
We all have to have like one. Like,
Yeah, everybody gets one.
everybody gets one.
But yeah, let's move on. Any more statements y'all want to give on weapons, or any tangent you want to go on? Because now's a great time.
There's one thing you mentioned that I was going to go off on. We were talking about like if you can't find content in this game, that's a you problem.
Mm-hmm.
So what gets me about that line, where it is completely true, they always, regardless of how easy they make this game, they keep adding more content. There's always more content to find depending on what you need. But I guess
Yeah.
like what I could say in defense of those gatekeeper type things is the gameplay is definitely less what's what I'm looking for? Repetitive and just like grindy. So I guess by that logic, it seems like people feel like the game is easier because they just don't have to do as much. Therefore, making the story, like beating the story of Monster Hunter Unite, was probably a longer thing than beating Monster Hunter Wilds.
It was a pain in the ass, that's what.
Exactly. But it's like people see that as the end goal. But it's like you were saying, like find the content you want. Like the game isn't about beating the game. Like, that's how you start the game.
Yeah, that's how you actually get into the game.
I've been having more fun in the past 2 hours of me just killing Kappa Chupa Koopa Capra repeatedly than I have in the entire story mode.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, the gameplay loop of go out, kill monsters, get gear, only works if you want gear, because if not, you could just fuck off right after high rank. You've killed it all.
Yep.
Yep, pretty much.
But you gotta have quote unquote have. I don't want to sound like those people I'm mocking the entire time of veteran hunters, but you gotta have that enjoyment of the gameplay itself as is, of like, okay, this feels fun, this feels smooth, this feels good. And I know there's probably not quote unquote as many monsters as people would want right now, but it just gives you a lot more chances of getting to really know those monsters, like in the sense of now I understand the moveset. If, for example, Rathalos gets enraged, he will always do a fireball right in front of him. So that means if I see he's reeling back for that roar to enrage, I gotta position myself left or right so I don't get hit.
Yep.
Like that's shit you learn over time.
Nothing feels cooler than getting to the point where you're like, you know, when Neo is fighting against the agent, he's like blocking, he's not even looking anymore. Like getting those dodges in perfect, like you knew it was coming. It feels so fucking cool.
I had
Dude, that
so
was
many
me
fights.
last time I played Wilds, and it's in a VOD where I just ended up at the maximum spirit gauge for my longsword, ended up getting like 4 or 5 perfect dodges in a row.
Hell yeah.
It just felt good. It looked good. I was like, yes, yes.
I had
I'm coming!
It's or I had a somewhat special moment of, you know how in the plains when Raidao is there, the lightning will come down, and I fought the chicken, and there was a moment where the lightning I was playing Hammer because I wanted to get the timing of the offset attack done.
Offset.
And there was a moment where the lightning hit him on the tail. He staggered forward straight into the golf swing. He staggered straight into the. It took it clean to the chin. That was
That's such a good feeling.
yeah, and no amount of XP or whatever the fuck you could get would make up for that moment, because that's something you get over time of quote unquote perfecting the fights, getting to know your weapon, know your weapon's limits, know the monster's moves, what it can do out of what. Like, for example, super easy example, if a Rathian takes off, you know she got like 2 moves she's gonna do. Either she's gonna
Yep.
do the little left right fly move at you, or she's gonna go for the fucking for the fucking backflip. What does she do after backflip? Either land or second backflip. You will learn that over time. Yeah, you will learn that over time, and if of course the game is, as people have been talking about, it is comparatively easy. But doesn't mean there's no content. It's just, to a certain extent, there's still a lot of people that struggle with the game as is right now, because contrary to apparently popular belief, this will be the entry game of a lot of players. This will be their first game. They have
definitely a second point in the series of, if you're a new player, like,
start here.
Now's the time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
People will start with this, so give it some time. The game's gonna be difficult any minute now, but enjoy
Even if
it the
it's not,
moment.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it is a video game. We are supposed to have fun with this. We are not supposed to, because there's a lot of people that go home from their 9 to 5, work like overtime, do whatever the fuck, have a stressful day. They come home, they want to sit down, enjoy their evening with a few hours of Monster Hunter if they can, and just relax. I don't think the experience of people bashing their head against the wall against Fatalis for 3 days straight is gonna be an enjoyable experience for everybody else, because there's gonna be the moment once DLC drops. I'm gonna put this prediction out there right now. If it happens, I was fucking right. If not, they learn from what happened. That's also good. People were complaining about, oh, World's too easy. It's such a boring game. It's way too easy. People were at the end of Iceborne, people were selling services to hunt Alatreon for you and farm the armor set for you. People were also selling the exact same service for Fatalis when that dropped. Same people that probably complained earlier about how the game was too easy. They dropped the monkey, everybody lost their shit.
The monkey.
Yeah. Oh, Nergigante was too easy. Nergigante. The fucking Super Saiyan monkey beat the fuck out of you. And now you're not. All of a sudden you're silent.
Some people, some Nergigante, I know for a fact, called some people. So, like,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, Nergigante is too easy. Put
Yeah.
respect. Because
Respect on that
either
name.
A, you were able to master that dive bomb, or B,
Mhm.
you carded a few times and finally
Mhm.
got used to it.
Yeah,
Like, that's just the learning curve.
definitely.
Mhm.
But yeah, no.
Because I know Anjanath, even for some, I think for White hates Anjanath. So that was
Mhm.
a learning curve point. Anjanath
Yeah.
was definitely like, now you're hunting.
That was one of the first roadblocks of World.
Mhm.
Andronath for sure.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, the content. Because if you are at the end of Monster Hunter, of the story, you're in high rank, you've killed it all at least once, and you're sitting there like there's no content anymore. This sounds pretentious as fuck when I say it, but I hope people that hear this will get what I mean. If you have killed everything at least once and you're sitting there thinking there's no more content, you did not get what this game is about, or why
No.
people play this game. It's not about, oh, I've done all the content there is, I'll just stop playing now. It's about using the time now that especially now that the roster and decorations and shit like that is as limited as it will ever get in this game's life cycle. This is the perfect time to theorycraft, to perfect the fights against monsters, because the fuckers you fight right now, they're gonna be back in Master Rank with a vengeance and 3 new moves at least. So
Exactly.
do the fights now, have a fun time, test out one of the 14 weapons, make different builds, it doesn't always have to be a meta build. Who cares? Run 5 flare 3-part breaker. As long as you're having fun, is it meta? No. Who gives a shit? If you're having fun with it, if you prefer that, do your thing. But if you are sitting there thinking that the biggest challenge you could have encountered was a Gravios having a snack on some iron ore he just found, and you beating the fuck out of him, makes it seem like that is all there is to do because you already have that meta build. Come on, man. They give you 14 weapons. You're really just gonna do one, make one armor, and be like, okay, I've done it all. You've not. There's also, especially there's another thing. There's side missions. You're telling me you caught all those fucking endemic life for the 2 bastards that are beefing with each other because one wants to catch the better one? You're telling me that? Nah, bro. I've been putting that off. You can't. Don't lie to me like that. Come on.
And
You're
in World, you
crazy.
could take their pictures and you could fill up the monster handbook.
True.
That was another side thing that was fun.
Or do the hunt for large crowns or silver crowns. There's the gameplay that you want to do at this point, once you've done it all, quote unquote, is what you want to do. Do you want to make a build? Do you want to make weapons because they look cool? You'll get that perfect Ardian weapon for some reason. Just do your own thing. But if beating the game for you means you're gonna put it down until in a week or a few weeks, depending on when they want to do it, they drop one monster, so you go back for one quest, and that's about it. Nah.
You're a clown, bro.
You're bozo. Refund right now. Nah, I'm kidding.
Refund your fucking game.
Nah. It's the joy of the hunt. It's not the goal, but the journey on how to get to all the shit you've done. Like, my goal right now in the game is I'm gonna make every weapon that I want. Why? Because they look cool, and because in Master Rank they're gonna upgrade into something useful at some point. I will make every weapon that I want, make most of the weapons, most of the armor sets just for fashion reasons, because layered armor exists. I will make everything I want, make all the builds I want, and try around different shit. Do I have $100 in already? Yes. Is there no title update out? Yes. Am I gonna keep playing? Definitely. It's fun. I'm having a good time.
You got it. I'm doing it.
Yep. But yeah, if there's TLDR, if there in your eyes is no content, you are turn the monitor on next time, little bro. It's okay. Plug it in. It's alright.
You're a fool.
You're a fool, and you should be bad for it. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, there is more content, but if that's what you want to do, go ahead. I'm not gatekeeping. If you want to just beat everything once and call it there, fine. But
if you think that's your money's worth, maybe you're just playing the wrong game.
Yeah, if you think hunting like 30 monsters for $70, you're the person that buys a premium ticket of Disneyland and goes there once. But yeah.
God, that's sad to think about.
I know, right? You've seen Mickey Mouse take his head off one time, and now you get a lifetime ticket. Now you have to go.
I rode Splash Mountain. I'm okay.
Yeah, don't even have kids, man. You just go there. You saw him one time by accident because you went there with your nephew. I don't know. Okay. Bon, you want to go on? Anything you want to say before I went off on a tangent again?
No, you go on your tangent, buddy.
Everybody gets tangents over here. It's again, why it's a podcast. If it's whatever tangent you want to go on, you're free to do so. Doesn't matter what. It's a podcast after all. This shit's talking. We talk. If we don't talk, it's might as well be a B screen.
We're yapping and we're crapping.
One step ahead in both of those actions. Anyway.
Let's go.
Now we've gone through favorite weapon, least favorite weapon. Okay. Favorite monster.
Hey.
Doesn't have to be wilds for the record. Favorite monster, any game you've played. Or you've heard about.
Oh, it's so hard.
I know, right? Okay, whoever gets an answer first, go ahead.
My first monster I like fell in love with because it was just like it was the fucking Leonardo DiCaprio like it was the Barroth.
Oh, classic.
Just because like it was in the world demo.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I went to go try to play 3 Ultimate on the Wii U, it was one of the first hunts. I'm like, oh, I know, I know that one.
I know this guy.
It's him. I fought him once. I did it.
Did you ever get to G rank in that game, by the way?
No.
That's a no. You've missed Jade Barroth?
Yeah, I guess
The
so.
subspecies?
You know what? I guess this just means that we're gonna have a reason to go back and play these games, somehow get multiplayer working.
Oh, it's gonna be paid the ass, but I'll gladly try looking into that.
Wait,
but
if 3 Ultimate?
Yeah.
You still got your Wii U?
I think the servers are
don't know.
down.
Fuck.
Servers are down.
I was
Are down like
thinking-
since 2019. Sadly, I hate to break it.
The only way I could see it working would be if we got a certain program named after an aquatic mammal.
Right.
You can try online with
Walrus.
straight up try. not 3 Ultimate.
Mhm.
Try.
Try didn't have master rank though.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Because that was back in the times where they released Try, and then Try Ultimate was a separate game. Contrary to how we now get DLC instead. That's right, they released the game a second time, and you had to do it again, unless you could transfer your save. That's why Freedom and Freedom Unite exists. Got the same game twice! Yikes! Yeah, just to... I mean, I'm sure we'll figure something out, how to get that running in a normal way, and totally legit way, because
Worst
Nintendo
case
loves
scenario,
that.
We still have like 3 whole ass games to play.
Mhm.
Like I still haven't played through Rise all the way.
Oh, okay. Okay. Could be
I've
interesting.
only played a little bit.
And then there's the potential run back of Iceborne now with less backseating.
With less toxic than backseating.
Hey, we're gonna be playing with White. Come on, don't. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, it'll be a who playing with people.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Only problem we'll have is being able to actually get the multiplayer going instead of Monster Hunter World's like beat the quest yourself. They have to beat the quest themselves. You have to start it again, but you can't summon. You have to quit. You have to go back to the thing. It's like
Yeah, that's probably best if you only start a new character and we don't, but we just downgrade the weapons. Otherwise, we're gonna run into that a lot.
Oh, you're right. At least I know, because my big thing was because I didn't know about high rank when I started World.
Oh,
Yeah,
with high rank,
so I didn't know
not
about
master
high
rank. We're talking high
I
rank.
didn't
Oh
I didn't
my
know
god.
about high rank when I started.
Okay.
So I was going through like making a whole bunch of weapons and with my high ranks, with my regular rank stuff, because I thought that's what you had to do. And then my friend was all like, "Don't invest in all your armor there because you're gonna have better armor anyway." I'm like, "What? Like immediately?" Like she's like, "Yeah, you're gonna get better stuff immediately." I didn't know how much that would just became like throw away your old clothes. You're not wearing baby clothes anymore. Yeah.
That's really fast how they throw that at you.
Yeah, I had no idea. I couldn't have known.
Mhm.
I guess I could have asked, but I mean,
Yeah, but come on. Who would expect that to happen in any RPG anyway? Where it's like, oh, all the shit you have right now, useless, pointless.
you're an idiot. Why do you have that?
Yeah, might as well wear fucking rags at this point. Look at that
You see
motherfucker
that
with his
shit you
Anjanath
like?
loincloth.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Piece of trash.
Maybe it's worth money.
It's not even worth money. You're lost. But yeah, now we got a lot of options, and but yeah, Jade Barroth, something you've missed to this point, was a subspecies of Barroth, which instead of the water element had the ice element. So he would
Whoa.
throw, as he was charging, launch snowballs to the side.
Oh man, so
Sometimes-
you can't dodge out of the fucking way.
No, you can't dodge away. They were like arching. Or was it when he only went the head slam? Yeah, no, wait. He did with the head slam. He launched the snowballs, which had a status that I think has only made a return once, because you have the ice status, but he had the snowman status, which means
Oh my god.
he covered you so your hunter was covered in the entire snowball. He had
That's
this entire
adorable.
snowball around you. You just walked around really slowly, so you had to shake your stick left or right to shake it off again, because you couldn't draw a weapon, you couldn't do shit with it like that.
Yep. Him and the Gamoth?
Oh yeah,
No.
Gammoth did that too. Rest in peace, Gammoth. She'll never return.
Yeah.
Fucking. And the other thing that was special about him was, you know, the Barroth does the charge, where he charges straight
Yeah,
at you.
Of course.
Now, what if I told you that motherfucker
Oh.
drifted now?
Oh,
So he just
cool.
charged past you, like, okay, what's he gonna do now? Turn around, and he pulls a U-turn and aims for you straight again. It's like, oh shit!
Oh my god!
What's he gonna do? Turn around. Oh shit, he turned around!
Here comes the giant fist.
Oh,
You'll
he
never
was
turn
coming
around,
for you.
turn around.
Mm.
That's terrifying.
It is terrifying, but he was great.
Mm.
Also, another subspecies of Tri-Ultimate, the Sand Barioth, which
Yeah.
I don't know what the species went through in the time period between regular and Sand Barioth, because that motherfucker's coated in pelt and he survived in the desert. Generations must have suffered for that motherfucker to thrive, but there was Barioth. I think we're all familiar with that motherfucker, right?
Oh yeah.
Because I had World Iceborne, so.
Mhm. Now, if I told you he would spew out sand tornadoes, jump into the sand tornado, ride that up until the top, and then dive bomb you from there.
Yeah.
Are we sure we're not
Okay.
talking about fucking Dank Kush over here?
I think that's what he was on, but that was insane. It was fun as fuck. It was one of those
had me
fun
at the
things.
tornadoes. You
Oh.
you lost me at. He dives into it, rides that shit up, and says, "All right, get ready, I'm
Mm.
coming." Ooh.
Shuffle, if you want to have interesting homework until next week, because I know you're going to be part of next week too. Feel free to look up the roster of Monster Hunter Tri-Ultimate. They had a bunch of fun monsters, just like
Yeah.
the Ramboros, the Hammer
I love
Wyvern.
him so much.
The motherfucker just spins, and then he takes
I found a
off.
new monster.
Hmm?
I found a new monster.
Who?
I don't know what this is.
What did you find?
What is this? What is it called? I don't know.
Is it?
It's in the basin. It's got like a stone beak and wings.
Oh, you found the Gravios.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
I hope you like
yeah,
bouncing
big
off.
chunky boy. Looks like stone.
Or is he purple?
Yeah.
Hope you like bouncing
think it
off
might
of
be the
his parts
Gravios.
every single piece of the way until you break it.
Yep,
I
I
guess I'm
hunted
gonna
one of
have to.
those
Mhm.
when we started this.
Mhm.
Mm.
But yeah. Actually, for anybody interested, look up the roster of older Monster Hunter games. They had a bunch of interesting ones where it's like, can we get that one back? It'd be cool.
Never ever.
Mm-hmm. Redbone, didn't want to cut you off again. Go ahead.
Oh, I got nothing. I'm just finding
Oh.
this thing now.
Oh, okay. Okay. So favorite monster was. What's your pick? I'm gonna reiterate that real quick.
I'd say Baroth, just because comfy,
Okay.
comfy and cute, like a marketable plushie.
The fact he does a
Honorable
little
mention would
charge.
be in a love hate way Diabolos. Like if I were to get like if someone said right now you need to get a Monster Hunter tattoo of the little icon of them, I
uh-huh.
would say Diablos. Like that would be the one,
Yeah.
just because of how often I had to fight him to get the Diablos set. It has become a love hate situation for sure.
Mhm.
Iconic still.
Definitely. Also solid pick though. I still love Baroth to this day because he was one of my first. This motherfucker is carding me. What am I doing? Back in trial ultimate, but I don't know why, but I just love the fact they does a little train choo choo noise when he charges.
Yeah,
It
little steam.
just runs you
Chugga,
over.
chugga, 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 chugga,
Yep.
chugga, chugga.
He's so cool. But yeah. Okay, who wants? You know what? I'm gonna go next because I'm gonna use a moment of BRB while everybody else is talking, so I don't have to go switch to BRB screen because I haven't made that. What's my favorite monster? It's a hard pick though, not gonna lie, because there's so many cool ones. But I feel like one of the monsters that still sticks with me. And I know this is the oh boy, you mentioned that monster. I want to daring today, aren't we? But fucking Zenogre is a really cool monster. I like him.
I like Zenogre, yeah.
There's something about the thunder wolf concept and the fact that this roar is actually a wolf howl. But I'm gonna be a bit more specific. But also, speed of going hard, that theme goes extremely hard. His theme goes so hard.
Was Zenogre, was that I got carded. Was that Zenogre was that like one of the main like title boss characters? Because usually you only get a theme if you're like
he was in Portable Third, the game that never came out over here because that was a Japan exclusive.
Wow, right.
Yep. He was the flagship monster of Portable Third. And who would have thought they pulled the same card again of, oh, killed as an ogre. Oh, the airships are still getting attacked. Psych, it's Amatsu. Lamau. Which I still find baffling that they were like, oh, the Thunder Wolf? As the giant older dragon is attacking the airship? It was the dog. It has to be the dog, man. Like, are you Vivarians just blind? Like, come on, man. Can't be that blind. You got taken down by that thing. You would have to know what it looks like. But yeah, Zenogre, his theme goes extremely hard. His weapons are fun, especially the hunting horn, because it's just a guitar.
So fucking cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the fact that it's an electric guitar because he's a thunder monster is so. I don't know. It's such a little I see what you did there moment. But I'm gonna be a bit more specific though, because Zenogre, base Zenogre goes hard. Stygian Zenogre though, oh, he's so cool. Switching that thunder for dragon element, interesting. He goes extremely hard. Was his gear good in any point? It was alright. Was it cool?
The
Definitely
hasn't changed too much.
Yeah. There's only so much you can do. Like, you can't always have a monster that has good gear, good weapon, good armor, good fight, good aesthetics. Like, there's going to be something in there that's like, no.
Yeah, either pisses you off and it's top tier, or it's the best fight you've ever had, but you'll never be able to use it. There's no in between. But yeah, I think that's my favorite pick. But honorable mention would probably go. I know White would hate this, but fucking Teostra, man, he's so cool. He's a flaming lion,
cool.
Or griffin.
It's the most. I feel like this doesn't take place in the same world. Like all these dragons, and we got this fucking like manticore. It's
yeah. The regal theme too. The flame Kaiser. Fucking Ooh, motherfucker's cool.
And then he explodes. And then he explodes.
That's something they
And he
added.
goes,
Bomb factor.
boom.
That's something they added for Ultimate. Before that, he only had fire, and for Ultimate, they were like, "What? Wait a minute. What if he blows up?" I mean, the supernova he already always had, but the blast element. Now, what if he blows up? Thoughts?
And I mean, like, one of the most
Capcom's
iconic
like, yeah.
alternate colors as well. The blue Teostra.
Oh, Lunastra is a
Lunastra.
bitch.
Lunastra,
Fucking
yes,
hater. Hater. God,
so
so
pretty though.
yeah, pretty as fuck. But at the same time, it's like, why am I getting nuked? Because they're fucking. What's going on? They're having a hot makeout session, and I'm burning over here. Okay, damn.
Oh, that dance is so cute. I wonder what's going on.
My eyes.
I mean, like, the Elder Dragons as a concept, like, getting dumped into that, like, face first with, like,
mm,
Monster Hunter World's roster
mhm,
was crazy. It's like, oh, by the way, here's an Elder Dragon.
yeah. What's an
What
Elder
the fuck
Dragon?
is an
Another
Elder
Oh
Dragon?
boy, here comes another one.
Mhm. What's an Elder Dragon? Oh, nothing special. They're just natural walking calamities, and they will cause changes in the ecosystem
Oh.
just for existing. They what?
Just make sure you have the armor that they drop for you to fight them with it. Otherwise, you'll have a what?
If not, if you don't have the armor, better hope you learn that fight. Oh, you're fighting
Valor.
Kushala? Oh, better hope you don't like moving.
Is there a wrath gear? All right, let's do this.
Windproof.
It's just
Ah.
wild.
and
Like,
natural mind's eye.
Mm.
you literally cannot fight Valhazak without Valhazak's armor, and that's so upsetting.
You can. You just have
I
to
did.
fuck
I had a
around
lot
with
of
the.
decorations.
Yeah. You just have to fuck around with the
Just-
effluvium. Yeah, like you have
Yeah.
you gotta have those null berries on hand, or have
just-
effluvium resistance.
Yeah, I'm just mad there were two separate decorations pertaining to the Rotten Veil specifically, but it's just one was for the environment and the other was for Valhazak. There was the Miasma Jewel, which
Mhm.
was like, okay, stops like a buildup of the effluvial environment.
Mhm.
And then there was whatever the fuck it was called.
There was
I
one
can't remember for
especially
the life of me, but
for
it was
Hazak's-
tailored to
Miasma.
specifically what Valhazak was doing.
Yeah, there was this
Which lowered
special
your HP
effluvium
max.
one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which it sucks
Oh, that
because they
hurt.
both did the same thing, but it was two
Mhm.
different jewels.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could just make one jewel.
Yeah, it was such a cool
Personal.
design.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think those would be my picks, and with that, I will step back from the microphone, and y'all take the stage in the meantime. I'll carry goes next pick. You could find that out.
You go
I
ahead, Shuffle.
think so. I've had a couple of favorites. It's flip flop. So since World was my original chokehold, I thought the Topi Kadachi was really cool.
Oh, good
Yeah.
It was just
Adorable.
beautiful. It was elegant. It was just this like squirrely viper, and it had a really good color scheme to it. I'm like, I really like this. And then in comes
Viper.
Legiana. And I'm like, holy shit, burn! And like that looks cool. And like its moves and just the way it flowed. Like I thought it was a really good monster. And then fucking bam! In comes Odo. And I'm just like, wow. Like there was just a lot of really good monsters that I liked. But I'm gonna have to say, as of recently, and it's not a monster I fought. It's only a monster that I've seen the intro for in Rise, and I decided to dig a little deeper into. I think Gore Magala is really cool,
I
especially that
forgot.
entire evolutionary line that happens with Shigaru Magala
Uh-huh.
and the chaotic Gore Magala.
Uh-huh.
That's
Yeah.
fucking insane.
I had
the
to step
environmental
back.
habitat that they basically have to exist in,
Mm-hmm.
where if one of them matures, everyone else is fucked.
Yep. I
That
have
competition is so crazy to me. And just the monster itself is so tragic.
Yeah.
I think it's a really cool monster.
Okay, I have to step back here for two reasons, real quick. Because as a person who played the fuck out of 4U, I can't not say anything about gore. Come on, but
Yeah.
fucking when you said Toby Kadachi and then talked about the Viper, I was like, he's gotta bring up Viper Toby Kadachi, isn't he? Because they made that
no.
again.
Viper Toby Kadachi, I actually didn't like as much as the normal Toby Kadachi.
Mhm. But also,
I just know it was like a Viper head.
yeah.
Mm.
But also the gore line. It's such a the entire story of 4 Ultima was based around Gore Magala. So if you ever want to go back to that, interesting story. Actually, good story for once.
For once.
Yeah, it's the one exception. But
I forgot to mention one of my favorite monsters that's gonna make you
go ahead.
the Kezu.
Good old no music, penis monster.
You know why he doesn't
So
have music? You
cute.
know why he doesn't have music though?
Because he's
Bro cannot
blind.
Exactly.
see.
'Cause,
He
yeah,
does
fun-
not know he is fighting.
Yeah, because fun
He does
fact, fun fact for those listening who are not aware, Monster Hunter goes by the rules of if the monster spots you, the fight music sets in. Kezu doesn't have eyes, he never spots you, thus the fight never really starts. So you're fighting him, but since he doesn't spot you, there's no music going off.
Uh-huh.
It's
But,
beautiful.
Yeah. But the gore line is just... I'm sorry to intervene again, but again, I can't let that uncommented.
No, it tense. It's so
Yeah.
it's crazy because it's like, all right, we have Teostra, Lunastra that are, like there's like an intertwined thing there. They're a king and queen essentially.
Yeah, historians will
There's
say they're
Diablos and Black
besties, yeah.
Diablos, where it's like, okay, one's just really horny. And then
They
there's
both are.
Rathian and Rathalos, where it's like, all right, you got king and queen of the skies. And then you have this monster that essentially lets itself in 3 different times and has a completely like crazy ass story to tell because of its existence, which I know it's in Wilds, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I know Gore Magala is in Wilds, which means Shigaru and Chaotic are going to have to show up. Is
Definitely.
like
Yeah.
I just think it's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's incredible.
Because the entire tragedy of Gore is just this monster spreading the frenzy virus by sheer accident, somewhat. I mean, of course, by choice too, but also by by just purely existing in an environment and then molding. Because that's what it does. There is a cutscene in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate where you see a Gore molding into Shagaru. It's cool. 4 Ultimate, banger game. But the fact that chaotic Gore Magala only exists because a Gore molding was interrupted and now is in this limbo of between Elder Dragon status and Gore is it's insane, man. It's sick.
Yeah.
It's even sick because Shigaru is the reason why that got interrupted. It lays claim to a territory, and if anybody else tries to molt, it's not happening.
Yeah, so it probably got chaotic Gore probably happened because a different Gore that molded into Shagaru interrupted
Said, no,
it.
you don't, and then just like
It could be
stopped it.
There could be other factors too, because there's a lot of monsters that are Elder Dragon level or are Elder Dragons that could have interrupted it. But just the fact that it got interrupted during the molding process and now is in this eternal limbo that you have to basically take it down as a mercy kill because it's in pain the entire time and
Yep.
angry because of the fact that it got interrupted. It's just there's so much storytelling happening with just that the entire story of Wilds couldn't compare it to because they didn't try.
And
Fuck you,
know what's
Nata.
crazy? I think
Child.
the game that paints a beautiful picture, or at least as far as I'm aware of the chaotic Gore Magala, has to be the little haiku section that they give you in Rise.
Oh, I
fucking
love that
introduction
shit.
is what
Mhm.
introduced me to gore, and then I was like, I have to look into it. It was
Eh.
so tragically beautiful. It was well done. I did not know this monster, and when I saw that, I was like, I have to know this monster.
You know what is really scary? Like, so okay, in like every Monster Hunter game up to this point, I feel
Mhm.
like Rathalos makes a big appearance.
Mhm.
Like every time, it's like, here's the cutscene with the Rathalos in it. I'm playing Wilds right now, and I'm in the basin just because I kind of need some like materials, and I just took out the Lithophoros, whatever, and I'm just walking around trying to find bone piles and mine deposits, and it's just a Rathian, just a Rathalos. It's just here, and just all like Rathalos, new monster discovered. I'm all like, you don't just I feel
Yeah, because
you
you
don't just
only
random encounter a Rathalos on someone.
fought Guardian
monster.
Rathalos, which
Yeah,
just
which is even
proves
scarier because it's implying that a normal Rathalos would be tougher.
because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, the Vivarians. We get to the story at some point here on out, but the Vivarians created these monsters as defense, which means the species has been here at some point. Maybe it got extinct. Here's a random Rathalos. You found them. They still exist. They will whoop your ass.
Like the fact it just did like this quick like zoom in, like unknown monster found Rathalos. I'm all like, oh no. I imagine the person that's playing this for the first time that doesn't know,
Oh
that
yeah.
does not know, and you're just like, oh, I just ran into a wild Mewtwo. Is that a rare Pokemon? Like, huh?
My
A what?
my Latios is in different color. What should I do? Reboot your 3DS. Okay, thank you. It's fixed now.
A corrupted copy. Oh man, that's just chilling.
I think it's handy. And let's shuffle. You got more to say? Or an
Oh no,
honorable?
that was it. Just Gore is my current favorite. I have my honorable mentions. Gore's a really good monster. If you don't know Gore, you need to.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
need to.
Eh.
Definitely. And if you want to get the original Gore experience, as much of a pain in the ass it is to play, try out for Ultimate. It's a really good game. And you gotta. That's the only way you're gonna fight the inflatable shark.
Yeah.
I said what I said.
What the?
The boy and his little boys.
Yeah. Shuffle? To give you a quick idea what it is. You know in Rise, those little Zamites in the ice area?
Yeah.
That, but bigger.
Oh,
Actual
this big
shark.
one?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Look him up, he's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for Ultimate.
Him and the Nibble Snarf had some.
Oh, the fucking
Nibble
Nibble
Snarf.
Snarf.
Yeah.
He's so dumb and I love him.
So 4 Ultimate is a 3DS game.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm sure you can play it through different means.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
Oh yeah.
At least
Not gonna
that
say
way.
it. I can
grab
say
it
it,
on
but you can.
PC.
Oh yeah.
Because I still have my cartridge kicking around somewhere. I guess it's my turn for favorite. I think. Is it? Where do I have it on my stream? I think it's like on my BRB and like starting stream.
Oh,
Just for the cuteness factor. The fighting him is fun. He's got like different mechanics, but Dodogama just for his like stupid
there he
cute
is.
factor.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
It was either gonna be
He's
Dodo or Zenogre.
dumb.
Oh.
It's really
Oh, yeah.
cute.
Also-
Richard's got Zenogre.
Also, real quick, one mention I forgot. On another honorable mention, real quick before we continue. The fucking crabs, man. The crabs. Look at them. They're great.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
But in terms of like favorite monster to fight, it's like a tie between Brachiodos or the Malfestio from I think Generations. The sleepy owl bird. He was fun. because he gave you a status ailment that reversed your controls. And I don't know if a Nullberry could fix it. He would like throw his dust out.
It's like getting to the Nullberry with reverse controls.
Yeah.
That's so
I'm-
fucked up.
I'm pretty sure it was just like your directional controls were reversed.
Yeah.
And then his armor was pretty solid. And then he had a subspecies called Nightcloak Malfestio. And he would go invisible. So you would have to try to find where he's attacking you from.
Oh, the variant.
Mm,
The deviants, as they were called. They were cool.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Hellblade
Generation
Glavenus was a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Oh god, I hate the Glavenus so much. Even oh yeah, Hellblade especially. Oh god, Snow Baron Lagombi.
peep the group chat real quick.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think for favorite, those are Ceregios is so fucking cool though too.
Oh, yeah.
God. I think Bracky is just like his. Once you get his shtick of I'm Mr. Punchy Fists with
Mhm.
Blast.
Fun.
Because they introduced him back, because they dropped him as one of the high rank. What do they do? They brought him into the. I think he was in Iceborne, right?
Yeah, it was a master rank. Also,
Yes.
Bone, real quick. I can't wait for the comments being like, "Where's Bach interrupt everybody? Shut up."
You're the host.
I'm
You
a-
can do that.
I'm gonna need a link for that later on, and if there's multiplayer, we gotta get that going. Hell yeah.
Oh my god, if I can remake Prowler. Oh.
That sounds like fun.
Oh yeah. That could be a segment of just going back to the old games. Could be cool.
Let me see if I can do this for you.
We could do. I mean, we can branch off of shit like that of this podcast and go into like segments of we as a group, as a collective, go hunting and do like actual hunting
Mhm.
streams. So we
You can even
separate
take
the
requests,
gameplay.
honestly.
True. So
If
we
people like
separate.
what we do.
So we separate the podcast from the gameplay and just do separate streams of it. So we get the podcast on one hand, and then the actual gameplay on a different day. And that way we can lure the viewers into watching our streams.
Mm-hmm.
Haha, no, I'm kidding. But yeah, that could be a thing.
I
Also,
can like test it tomorrow maybe.
fuck yeah. Also, since I'm not back yet fully, but I have that written down too. Everybody else, I'll take last on this one because again, not back yet. But since we talked about favorites, what's your least favorite? What's the thing you dread in every game? Where it's like, oh god, this shit again. What's your least favorite monster to fight?
Why are you eating your own hair, dog? Oh my fucking god. I guess I could be super obvious and put the easy response. We were just talking about it. Like, I know Rathlos and Rathian are title monsters, but like really? Every time? Please. We don't need to have this every time, bro.
Wait, have you experienced all of their subspecies, even like from Iceborne?
Just pink and blue.
Okay.
Oh, you haven't fought gold and
he doesn't know.
silver.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Or
This doesn't end.
you haven't fought gold, silver, or Dread King and the
Yeah.
fucking Dread Queen.
Azure. Yeah.
Nope, I have not.
Good. Keep it that way. They suck.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Gold and
banging
silver
your
are
head against the
fine
wall.
in Rise and some. Gold and silver are fine in Sunbreak. World Iceborne. I hope you like bouncing. They suck.
Oh, they do not leave you alone.
No.
Scary.
If that's your entry. It's not that awful, but when the fucking Kieran runs around so fucking much and doesn't want to get hit, that's just the most annoying for me. Like, he's small, and when he's like super pissed off and the widespread electrical attacks, like I'm remembering from World and Iceborne, they weren't terrible. It was definitely kept you on your toes with all the dodging.
It's an elder dragon. That's a horse.
That's a horse.
That's a
It's definitely
horse.
a horse.
Mm.
Yep. The fact that the story of Raja, how he gets his lightning is by breaking off a Kirin's horn and eating it is metal as fuck.
Yeah.
Like that was one thing I always felt bad about was mounting a Kieran. It's all like, bro, I'm bigger than this thing. Yippee, I'm riding
But
it.
it seems natural. It's a horse.
And then I hit it in the face with a hammer. That's supernatural.
Besides that part.
Bonk the Hans.
Where do I get fire cell stones? Oh,
Oh, you pick them up in the oil base and then get lucky with the
Mm.
the RNG.
Fuck.
Make a gathering set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You're right, I should.
So I was having trouble figuring out, okay, like what monster do I just
Despise.
avoid just because I absolutely hate this creature? And then Insanity reminded. So I'm also going to say the Kieran.
Mm.
Specifically because you can dodge left, right, up, down, fucking do a whole backflip, right? But God forbid he strikes you one time. You're either dead or you're at minimal health. Like I don't know what, like I understand the fact that as a melee character, I'm gonna be exposed more to ranged attacks, which that's basically all Kieran does, except for maybe he just bucks you once or twice.
Yeah.
Or does a headbutt, maybe. But goddamn, if that lightning doesn't fuck you up so damn bad that you don't have to throw on an entire armor set just to resist lightning and a
Mhm.
mantle and still hope you live is ridiculous.
Mhm.
I can tolerate every and any other monster, but if it's Kieran, man, I don't want it. I'll walk.
Now what about Orochi Kirin?
Oh.
There's a nut. I'm done.
Yep. It's Kirin, but ice.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
but
kind of
I-
was.
He was purple though. It was cool. But
sounds cool.
fucking hate him.
I don't know if I want to find out though.
No,
Still a
no.
Kieran.
In every game Orochi Kirin was in, he sucked ass. So no. God, what's a
Geologist.
pick? You know, fuck it. I want to be controversial one time. Fucking Basil can suck my nuts.
Yeah.
I think that's
I'm
fair.
So fresh.
Yeah.
You know what? Hold up. Let me
Every time.
let me throw in a little spice on that.
Uh-huh.
I actually liked the raising
Yeah,
what the fuck? I can't the
glowing
hash
one.
slinging, the smash
The
bring-
smash slinging.
I actually liked the
Seething.
raging basil.
Seething.
Seething. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I actually
Oh.
like
Yeah,
seething more than the
Elmalt
regular
Sieve
basil.
Cope.
Yeah. It
Seething was
cool.
on the ground a lot more.
Yeah.
The normal one was a lot flighty, a
Mm.
little harder to hit.
Fucking air raid siren going off as you're hunting a Gyros, and it's like, not again.
So many bombs. Seething at least was within a striking distance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think
Felt more fair.
the only monster I would say that was annoying to me was Iceborne Lunastra.
Yeah.
It's like she was just you're like as a person who loves Teostra, it's like you're not it. You're not him. You will never be him. There's a reason why
She
you
can only
were.
be her.
There's a reason why you were a recolor before this game. Get out. Is there a monster that I find annoying? It's hard to pick because they all are fun in a way.
Mm.
And I did all of them to an extent where I'm like, okay, this is fun. It's okay. But I feel like Basil at some point was like, let me stand still for 0.5 seconds. Oh, he's doing the tail slam again because I gotta explode.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, I feel like you can add on to the Kyrian part because it's just why is his body hard on every part except the head, but the head is like tiny.
Oh my
Why-
god,
why did it
that's,
bounce?
that's true. Like the sharpness issue.
Yeah, why is he
Like,
hard?
what is this? This is a horse. This is
Yeah,
a horse with fur.
yeah.
This horse
Yeah,
is
sure,
hard.
he's pissed off. I don't care if he's hard. My blade is sharp.
Yep.
I shouldn't need purple sharpness for this shit to work.
Mm-hmm.
True.
For real.
God forbid I have 2 centimeters of white sharpness and then it's gone, and then I start deflecting.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Shit's annoying as hell.
It doesn't. Yeah. If my hammer bounces off of Kieran, I'm fucking uninstalling the game. Like that's just what's gonna happen.
Which is
Yeah.
even worse because you're a blunt
I'm gonna
weapon user.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay. I just did geologist.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff, huh? Holy cow.
I was gonna. I mean, we could still go through that. I mean, we've talked about the first game we've all started the series off with, but what's your favorite game? What's your favorite one you've played so far?
Anything with the newer armor system? No.
Damn.
anything where you get more than one skill and not a negative 10 where you lose damage for some godforsaken reason.
Like I do feel like, of course, I'm probably gonna end up going with World just because that's the one I put the most time into, and honestly, some of the most time I've ever put into any game ever has been Monster Hunter World.
Would have been cool if you said 1, because that was miserable to watch.
God, yeah.
If after all that you would have said 1, I would have
You know what?
sent
Yeah, I just
you.
like the charm of 1. I really like.
You know, if that's your answer, I need to get a sponsor for this podcast, and that sponsor being BetterHelp. I feel like you need it.
Motherfucking. No, I'll say the Wrath. I hate this place. Stay away from me. Anyway, can you
Getting attacked by the Wraths of March.
there's a mining outcrop. I just hey, could you move it real quick? Quick, I don't want question. So the fucking motherfucking cocksucking pussy.
So true.
Favorite game. I like World a lot because it's what got me largely into the game. But I think if I gave Rise more time, I think that might actually be my favorite. Just because the mobility, the customization of attacks, the Spider-Manning around everywhere, like there's so much cool shit going on.
The drifting dogs.
The drifting dogs, bro. Like I like the
That's
dogs.
such a neat mechanic.
I like the dogs a lot more than I like the birds.
Damn. It's also really fail.
To be
Just
fair, you have to change like 4 things on the birds to make them more manageable.
True. I do still use the auto run as a toggleable, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
That's same. It's easy. I don't have to do a lot, so it's like okay, just take me there. I will go
It
there.
does a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe because World was my first, really, so it's like tough to not choose that.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I'm gonna go with the theme of first game that really clicked nostalgia. I don't care if people are like, oh, underwater combat sucked.
Try
Ultimate was fun. It was a good game. Fuck. Okay, wait. Pause. I just unlocked the memory. Fucking Plesioff can suck my nuts. Fucking hate that piece of shit.
Fish?
Yeah, that's a stupid looking fish. Yeah, stupid looking fish.
City. Remember
Yeah.
you could fish him out if he was in the water.
Oh,
and you had
yeah.
a fishing rod.
If you use the frog as bait, you can fish him out. Same with Gobu. Ah, that was fun. But
Yeah.
fuck that guy though. Fuck him to every. And they gave him a subspecies where he's green. That was the entire thing, that he's green. And I hate that. It's not creative in the slightest.
Green.
He's just green. That's about
What if
it.
it was green.
His hammer is
What if
just
it
his
was
head on a stick, though. That was very cool. I'll take that.
Yeah.
But fucking yeah, try Ultimate, banger game. I will go back eventually, and I think it's hard to pick because they're all really good in my opinion. Like they all have their
Yeah,
own charm to it.
Works.
Every Monster game has that one system of okay, that's kind of annoying, but everything else, ooh. Like even like Generations Ultimate had that. Oh, the Hunter Arts and all that shit's cool, but the Deviant system where you have to farm one monster at least 10 times, it's like
Yeah.
that was annoying. But try Ultimate, banger game. 4 Ultimate though. Ooh, okay, that was such a solid game. It had everything Monster Hunter could be, and it was the first game where you could mount the monster too. That was the first game the hunter actually
really?
took. Yeah, because that was the first game the hunter actually jumped. That's because that's also the game where the insect glaive and the charge blade came in.
Right.
Fun fact, by the way, since we're talking about weapons being introduced, base Monster Hunter Tri had like 4 weapons less.
Mm.
They brought the switch axe, and I think the gun lands in with Tri Ultimate again. They brought all those weapons back again, which is like, what? What happened? I think the longsword also wasn't in there. It was like, why? But no, Tri Ultimate, banger game. 4 Ultimate, I think, the objectively better game. Definitely less controversial for underwater reasons. But
Right.
I don't know, I feel like 4 Ultimate is a solid pick. I spent a lot of time on that one. That was a good one. But again, I love every Monster Hunter for their own little reasons. Like right now, Wild's banger game. So enjoying that. Will the DLC be insane? Hopefully. But
We'll find out.
I'll either way, I'll play the fuck out of it. But yeah, no. I feel like 4 Ultimate and Try as an honorable mention. That's a solid pick. I'll stick with that. Alright, shuffle Hills with the Freedom Unite glaze. You know you love that clutch grab on the PSP that gave you carpal tunnel.
He's not saying no.
The PSP got him.
PSP.
No, Shuffle, this is the moment where you chime in.
Sorry, I'm also hunting Ceros. Yeah.
Oh,
so-
okay. You're valid for
Why are we in
that.
a lobby together? What's going on here?
Yeah, what the fuck is going on with you guys? How are you not hunting together?
That's a really good point. We should probably be doing
So we're
this.
going with favorite, right? Favorite in the series.
Yeah, favorite game.
So I have played first Monster Hunter essentially, World,
So sorry.
Rise, and now Wilds.
Mhm.
I gotta say, I really liked World.
All
World
right.
is probably my favorite.
It's a valid pick. I mean, it's a solid entry.
Yeah, it was a really good entry. Rise
like
was
a-
still very good. Wilds, I mean, Rise and Wilds both, I think, are still really good. I
Mhm.
definitely have some things, not much with Rise, but with Wild specifically. But it comes down to, I think I liked World more,
Mhm.
but I am enjoying Wilds.
What activates latent power?
Special circumstances, aka taken enough damage or enough time has passed.
Hey.
It's way
Oh,
too
okay.
specific.
I
It's way
understand.
too specific for it to be useful.
Right.
But yeah, how are we feeling? Are we feeling like we got some more in us, or is this the moment where we say episode 0 is a go? And that's about it.
Oh, how long has it been?
We've been free
Three
at
hours.
3 hours.
Oh shit.
How are y'all feeling? Because I don't want to keep
I'll
people
go.
hostage.
I'll go and then. Oh yeah, because it's for me. It's like 1 a.m. and I have
Mhm.
to get up early.
Might be a
Okay.
good way to call it. We did go
Yeah.
over a lot of content here.
Yeah. We can still talk shit about the story on a different day.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It's easy and fun.
Oh yeah, the easy does a lot of damage. Does a lot of damage, isn't that right, Nata? Oh,
Oh my God.
we gotta kill Arkveld. It destroyed my city. 5 minutes later, but Arkveld,
We
it
are the
just,
same.
it just,
like me for real.
he just learned how to live.
Shut
There's actually
the
a mod
fuck
now
up, bro.
that you could just replace Arkville with like Nata's head.
Oh my.
Can I replace
It's so
Nata with a
cursed.
tiny Arkveld? That'd be a lot cooler. I would have
That
tiny
would be, 'cause
Arkveld.
I've seen the Arkville with Nata's head. That shit looks cursed.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a Dragon's Dogma and
Oh
mod.
my. They kept the chain blade.
Yeah.
Somebody also replaced the entirety of Kongalala with Gemma.
Yeah, I
Looks
saw
horrible.
that.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
horrible.
What the fuck, bro?
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
that didn't need to happen.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
fucked up.
That's
Golly.
weird. You're into some shit and we see it.
Literally.
Stop.
Yeah. If y'all would be down to,
You can like what
The-
you like, but you don't have to show us.
yeah, definitely. Just
We look.
keep
We
that-
all want Gemma's ass in our face, but it's not with the.
Gemma's
No.
hot. I don't know what the fuck that is, man.
yeah. Fun fact. Another reason to go back to 4 Ultimate. You're gonna, if you go back. Oh god, I just saw the picture. Hate that. If you go back to 4 Ultimate, you're gonna meet a small blonde Smithy girl, and
Oh yeah, no, she was there.
if you played Wilds, she is that girl from there. So she is technically a recurring character.
I like that.
Because there's a few voice lines in the game where she's like where there's talk of her apprentice, a friend, as they I think refer to him. They will be proud of where she got now, and that is the actual Smithy guy you have in 4U. Because she's his apprentice. Yeah. It's a really nice timeline. But yeah. If you guys would be down to join me for another session, that would be great, so we can go work through the other half of the shit I wrote down and just talk shit as always.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Okay, we'll find the day, we'll find a way. We'll do it either way at some point. Yeah, thank you all for being part of this. Thank you, the viewers, for being part of this too. And also thank you for the people, well, the probably like 5 people that watch this on YouTube or listen to it while you fall asleep. If you made it this far, congrats. If not, have a good night. Because you're probably asleep by now. If you listen to this during gym, wow. You could be listening to you could have the GNX album on, but you're like, nah, I listen to these people talking about the longsword. Okay. But yeah, no. If you wanna do your thing and give the people at home a place where they could find you one last time, go ahead. Pick whoever wants to go first.
Oh,
Come on, Bob. We trained for this.
24.
Close enough.
You're
25.
blowing it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You
that was
can
definitely
follow
an answer.
me at twitch.tv/MC_bone if you can want to watch some retro gaming content and other shit. Thank you.
Gotcha. Alright, who wants to go next?
I know you can find me, your favorite shuffle butt, all spelled out. I'm so sorry. At twitch.tv. Sometimes I
Yeah.
stream.
Your
Yeah, I stream.
your favorite long as fuck username.
Damn.
Your favorite reach the character limit.
Jesus Christ.
If I put shuffle in the title, I know I gotta cut at least like 3 words from my stream title every time.
Oh, plus my name. in the
Oh,
mix, too.
Man, Sanity,
And,
take this show.
Oh, I would like to stream more often, but just Bubba is keeping me on my toes and exhausted. But I am also on Twitch as just Insanity Smiles, and occasionally on Blue Sky. And it's the same. I'd like to make more content, but life is and like parental responsibilities are kind of outweighing my energy for it. But
Valid.
yeah, thank you for having
Life
us.
of a chinchilla.
Of
mom.
course. That will, again, as I said right 5 minutes ago, I will gladly have y'all at least one more time for, if not, if you guys are down, of course, as the main cast of this little podcast, because this was a fun little chit chat about a series that we all fell in love with some way, in shape or form down the line. And I hope this was as fun for everybody involved as it was for me right now, because this went, not to sound like pessimistic or anything, but this went a lot smoother than I thought. This went great. So once again, thank you all for being part of this, and once again, to the people watching as well, thank you for taking time out of your day, 3 hours to be exact, to take care of, to see what happened on Monster Hunter that you have probably heard 15 times already, but here you heard it from 4 people you probably haven't heard of yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
Too late now. Anyway,